guys. Happy Friday. Hooray.
Yep.
Yep.
We thought the fucking cat's fucking sticks were gonna show up today.
She's
chew sticks.
She's very upset
They didn't show up.
that she loves, well, I mean, other than Temptations, which everybody knows are like fucking kitty crack, right? And this video is not in any way sponsored by Temptations, although it probably ought to be. But she does love those. The only other like little snack type thing that she likes, treats, are those Sheba meat sticks. She likes most of the flavors, but her favorite is tuna. Weirdly though, tuna seemed to be the hardest to get hold of.
Yeah.
Like I ordered some from Amazon, like a big variety pack that had like chicken, salmon, blah blah blah. The tuna ones, she is all about that. You'll hold the meat stick out and she's like, and she eats the whole thing in like 3 fucking bites.
Yeah, she wants you to hold it.
And you have to hold it. You can't put it on the floor.
Yeah, it's like
it doesn't work.
It's like a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
And she'll sit there and gnaw on it without taking a bite for a long time.
Yeah, she licks it.
And then sometimes she'll bite half of it off and swallow it whole. You're like, what the fuck? And she just looks, she just starts to, and if you get sick of that shit and put it down, she gets mad. She goes, and runs away.
Yeah, she gets
shakes her head, and then she comes back,
and then runs. She runs out of the. You're ruining it for me.
Yeah, she wants you to hold it.
You're ruining it for me.
It's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Zach says, I don't blame her. I like meat sticks too.
Yeah, okay, Zach.
Don't we all? But yeah, she mostly likes the tuna ones. And for some reason, like for a long time, I was ordering from Amazon and they were like, oh, the chicken and salmon ones are super cheap. But the tuna ones either were out of stock or they were way more expensive than the other flavors. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with that? But then I found like kind of a cheap one and I ordered like, I don't know, it was like 15 or 20 of them. But it's taken like forever to get here. I thought they were going to be here today. And because she's been without them for a couple of nights. And she has a routine where, you know, when it's about 7 or 8 o'clock and we've kind of like put our jammies on and are like watching something in the bedroom, she knows to come in and Tom keeps them in the drawer in the nightstand on his side of the bed. So she'll come in and like sit there and look at him like.
Yeah, and she'll knock something off the fucking.
Yeah, and if you're not paying attention, she'll reach up there and go.
Yeah.
Hey.
She'll grab something off the
like knock something off the nightstand.
And then look at you. Like,
it's meat stick time.
Yeah. And like I gave you some. She'll fucking ask you 4 times.
Well, and what she started to do the last couple weeks.
Yeah, she's got this weird
is that
thing.
when it's a you're in there and she'll give you one, but if you're not in the room, but I'm in the room,
she's gonna ask her.
Then she'll be like, and I'm like, have you had one? And she's like, I totally have not had one. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to give you one then.
Right.
But then, like, later when Tom comes back in, she'll ask for another one. And I'm like, I just gave you one.
Yeah, she thinks that everybody should give her 2 every day. So there's 4 that we owe her 4.
Yeah.
It builds up, she builds up a resistance to it.
Yeah, because before she would just have, like, one, and that was enough.
One was enough. Now she's built up where she got 2 out of me. And then she tries to get 2 out of her.
2, yeah. And she thinks that we don't communicate with one another about who is giving her the sticks.
Yeah, they'll never know.
So she thinks she's being slick. Like trying to get me to give her one because Daddy's not here.
Yeah.
I haven't had one today. He's starving me. Mm-hmm. Please give me one. And I feel so bad because she just like sits there and looks at you like, please.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to.
So my friend Little Swole, he dropped me a message today, and he's like, "Dude, man, I saw the new Batman. It sucks." I said, "It does?" He goes, "Yeah, man. Fucking Batman's emo as shit." He said, "He is."
I was like, Christian Bale. Yeah. But Christian Bale's Batman was emo
as shit. Says because people were clapping afterwards, man. I don't know what they were clapping at. I didn't like that shit. So I was kind of like down. I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna fucking suck." So then I go, "Well, was it better than the Predator?" And he goes, "No, the Predator was better." You know, we were talking about, what was that, Predator 4? Whatever.
Yeah, we're not talking about Predators.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Predator. What the fuck, man? Like, call some other shit.
Yeah, really.
Don't be like naming things the same thing with just an S on it.
Yeah, he goes, "No, man, the Predator was better. This is kind of like Escape Plan 2. If you guys ever see Escape Plan 2, Escape Plan was fucking good. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger and it had fucking Sylvester Stallone in it, and it was a good one. It was fun. And then it comes out with part 2, and part 2 is fucking terrible, horrible. And So he said, no, it's about like Escape Plan 2. And
Did I even see the first one?
I don't know. I liked it. The first one was really good.
I don't even remember I don't remember that movie.
So, yeah, Sylvester Stallone worked for a company that he would get himself locked up and he would escape from it and then raid the prison. He was like a security company. And he ended up in this damn Ultramax prison that was out in the middle of the ocean and had all these guys on there. One of them was like a terrorist played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was a good movie. But anyway, so I was kind of like down. I was like, man, it must suck. But I went on Midnight's Edge on there, and they're actually talking good about it. They said, no, it's good, real good. It's kind of
this is why I don't, especially
can't trust Little Swole.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, if a new movie comes out, like I said, unless you're me, are you me? No. Yeah. Then I don't give a shit what your opinion about a movie is. Right. I'm gonna go see. If I want to see it, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
And if I like it, then I don't give a shit what you think. And if I don't like it, I don't give a shit what you think, because, like I said, you're not me. Opinions are subjective. That's why I don't.
Car.
I mean, I'll watch, if I'm like doing a review of it, I will watch other people's reviews of it after I've seen it to kind of get a bead on like what other people are saying about it, or if it was well received or not, or what some people that didn't like it, what their criticism was, what people liked about it, because I like to get like a wide range of opinions on stuff. But I never ever watch reviews of stuff before I see it, because why the fuck would I do that?
Well,
like I said,
he said Batman was all emo, and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? So there's a guy on one of the guys there is fucking, his name is Pawan, what was his name? He's an Indian guy, and he's in Hollywood. I just can't remember his name, but I always agree with his take on the movie. He's been in a bunch of, he's worked on a lot of movies, and he said that it's a well-made movie. It's kind of like film noir. He said that it's true to the character in terms of like Bruce Wayne. He's got mental problems, you know, which that was established in the other ones, but he kind of has some mental illnesses because of what he went through, you know, and there's some family history also there too, where, you know, the Waynes weren't as good as we were led to believe in some of the other movies. They're not rebooted as totally like legit in some ways, and this is kind of like his first experience being the Batman. And he's not really sure what Batman has to be, you know. So it's kind of like a Batman Begins story. It sounds good to me. Sounds
well,
good.
I mean, the trailers looked good. That's all I've seen of it is the trailer. Yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not super into superhero movies.
That car,
and stuff,
though, man.
But yeah,
that Batman.
But I was interested to see it because it looked like, you know, it looked like a cool take on it. Like I said, I'm not gonna like base my whole fucking identity around it or anything.
It looks like it might be happening in the 70s. It's hard to say.
Which that would be neat. I like that. Cheryl asked, what am I drinking? Oh, we ran out of orange juice. So I'm actually drinking vodka and apple juice. I know it probably looks like not all that appetizing, but I promise it's apple juice. Yeah. Tammy says, our cats think they need treats every time anyone goes into the kitchen. Yeah, it's kind of like Pookie at this point, not even treats, but she's gotten so used to me playing with her with my hairbrush in the morning that every time I go over to the dressing, you know, sink to do anything at all, put makeup on, you know, brush my hair, get a cup of coffee, whatever, she runs over there and is like, brush? And then I'll pick up like a thing of lipstick. Is this brush? No. Is that brush? Can I eat it? No. And then she'll just like sit there and yell until I fucking do something. Gramthars says, name a movie with crappy reviews, but you thought it was totally dope. I'll go first. Waterworld. You know what? I actually haven't seen Waterworld. I don't think. I've seen parts of it. It doesn't really look like something I'd really be into, but
it's like Mad Max on the water.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's all right.
I know this is like really random, and it's old. It's like not even one that, because I can't think of like a new one that I was really into that everybody hated. I can't really think of one, but I can think of one, and take this with a grain of salt because I haven't seen it in a long time. But Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, I remember everybody like shitting on that movie, and actually everybody still shits on it and said it's like the worst thing ever. But I remember kind of liking it. And I actually remember, I think I bought it on DVD and saw it like multiple times, and I was like, this is good. I don't know what everybody's talking about. But I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know if it's good.
What was better than Waterworld that had Kevin Costner? It was another post-apocalyptic flick. It was called The Postman. Nobody liked it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't see it either.
It was pretty good. It was based on a book. Some people say that the movie was actually better than the book. It was okay. It had a lot of fucking moral lessons in it that weren't true, but it was okay. It was all right. They had this, the United States kind of breaks apart. There's a pandemic hits. It actually sounds fucking like shit that's going on today. But it breaks apart into little kind of like counties and tribal regions. And one of the dudes out there's a bunch of different factions fighting over him. One over the U.S. One of them was called the Army of the Eights. And they were just kind of like an 1800s style cavalry riding horses, and they had miniguns and fucking AR-15s and black and red uniforms made out of leather and shit. And they were just running around making people farm. They were kind of like medieval knights in a certain way. They were trying to put something together. But they only lived by these 8 rules. And the 8 rules were pretty true from what I remembered. Shit like fear will destroy reason, which that's true. You scare people enough, they'll do all kinds of stupid shit. Justice can be dictated, which you see that. But it just had all these little things, and they were actually living by this code. And they were branded it in themselves. Now, I had read a synopsis. They said in the book they were actually better because they were all way above 100 years old. They had all these cybernetic implants, and they had been kind of modified, because this is supposed to be in the future. They'd been modified where they'd live a long time. And they were kind of cyborgs, So it was kind of interesting. But anyway, Kevin Costner plays a dude. He's kind of like Mad Max, kind of. And he's just a bum walking around with a damn mule. And he finds a bag of mail, and he thinks he can get paid with this mail bag. Maybe he could get something to eat. So he decided he'd deliver it to the town that it was addressed to. And he pretended to be the mailman. And he conned him into thinking that the United States was back. And over time, he started to
Not cool, Kevin Costner.
Yeah. He just conned him into thinking it was back. But then he told him that, well, I have to stay here. They told me to open up a post office here.
You know what? I think I did see that movie. Yeah. That's coming back.
Yeah. See, it
must not have made much of an impression.
No, but it's pretty well made. It was expensive. And he goes, there's a... so he decides, I'm going to make a... Washington, D.C. told me to make a post office here. And then people are like, what about the town next to us? There's going to be a post office over there. He goes, oh, yeah, we're going to put one there, too. So he starts recruiting people, and he actually makes a postal service. Well, the Army of the Eights hear about this, and they're going, the United States is back. They're like, they don't believe it. But they kind of are afraid that maybe it is back. But he ends up uniting all these towns with this damn post office system. And they end up fighting the Army of the Eights. And but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good little story. But
I think I did
see it. Dude who started off as a con man, basically.
He accidentally stumbled into being like an okay dude.
He stumbled into being like almost like a new founding father of a new fucking country. Sure. You know what I mean? That it was started to work.
Yeah.
So he just went with it.
Zach says, I saw parts of The Postman. All I could think of was how much harder can Costner jerk his ego off.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. That's kind of what
I'm not even sure you could get that on Blu-ray. Maybe you can.
I imagine you can. Like, every movie nowadays has an audience.
It's long. It was a long movie from what I remember.
So that's a little self-indulgent, I gotta say.
Well, the whole movie was evidently like some dude, some producer's fucking... It was his vanity piece. You know what I mean? He spent a shit ton of money on it. It bombed at the theater.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm all for like following your dream, and it's like if you want to make a movie, and it's like I want to make a movie, and it's 3 hours long, and it's about this, that, and the other. You do you, but don't like expect everybody else to want to see it as well. I mean, if they do, awesome. But Zach says I really love the first Silent Hill movie. The sequel is totally ass, though. I remember liking the first one. I don't think I saw the second one. I didn't like the first one enough to like see any more of them. And I never played the game, so I don't really know. Let's see. Hold on. I saw something else. I was going to, because somebody said the book of The Postman was better. And then for some reason that made me think of movies that were, because you said you thought, like, some people said the movie was better than the book. So I was kind of thinking of other situations where that was true. That is almost never true. Like in 99% of the cases, the book is always better. I mean,
Oracle's saying that the book was better.
Yeah.
But, I guess that's open to interpretation. Some people said that the fucking movie was actually better than the book.
I mean, it depends on what you want from it. The only thing, I mean, I'm sure there's more than one, but the only thing that I can think of right now where I liked the movie better than the book, because that almost never happens, was The Hunger.
Yeah.
In 1983, David Bowie, Catherine Deneuve, the vampire movie. The book was by Whitley Strieber, and I did read it. I liked it, and I did like that it went more into like Miriam's backstory, like her whole like ancient Egypt kind of situation. But the book, I don't know. I didn't like the book as much as the movie. I don't know why. Whitley Strieber, and maybe it was because by that point, by the time I read the book, I already knew that Whitley Strieber was the dude that said that he'd been probed by aliens, like for real. And I was kind of like, does this man have any credibility? Should I even be reading this? But I wanted to read it because I love the movie so much, and usually the book is better. But in that case, the book was okay. I just liked the movie better. Is that a window on the right? Can we see outside? Yeah, that is a window. You won't see anything except like a big long driveway. It's just because all that's out there, because my office is right over the garage, so all you see is the driveway and my old shitty ass car sitting in the driveway.
I could take a video of it.
Yeah, Tom could take a video of it, but we can't. Well, you could do it and then like hold it up right now.
Then I have to open that damn shade though. I'll just take it through the other window.
There you go. Ooh, my creepy ass phone's ringing again.
Phone.
I'm gonna have to change that ringtone. I downloaded an app that's all like it was all like horror movie music for ringtones, just generic like horror movie ringtones. And I don't know, I liked that one. Well, that was the first one that I liked out of the 50 bajillion that's in there. So I don't know. I didn't really have time to like go through and fucking change everything. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. We might go see the Batman this weekend because honestly, we're still paying for that fucking AMC Stubbs thing, and we haven't been to the movies since Nightmare Alley came out.
All right.
Okay, so this is like the room that's right next door, which is just like the gym. It doesn't have any curtains or anything because there's my shitty ass car. Look at my little shitty car. That's outside. Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Everything is making me backwards.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the room that's like right there.
Yeah, it's the room right there.
It just has all that's in there. It's we haven't painted it. There's no curtains. There's nothing. All that's in there is like Tom's weight thing. It's gonna be the gym. Although it used to have my exercise bike in it, but then I was like, why am I putting my exercise bike in there? Because I usually use the exercise bike in here so I can watch some shit on my computer. So I just leave it in here now. So it's over there. Let's see. The Road is fantastic. Yeah. Well, they're talking about the movie, The Road. Yeah, I actually really liked that movie. The book is good too. I actually read the book too. I mean, it's a big bummer, but somebody was saying something about Nightmare Alley. Honestly, they thought it was. I was kind of bored. I felt like I kept starting and stopping. Honestly, I don't know why. Yeah, like that's a legit opinion. I loved Nightmare Alley though. I don't know why. That was just something. It had like all the shit that I like. You know what I mean? It had like noir shit. It had like carnival shit. It's like I was all about it. And interestingly, and this review will not be going up until next week, Wednesday or Thursday. I finally got around to seeing Guillermo del Toro's last movie, Shape of Water, which I don't know why it took me so long to see it, but I finally did. So I did a review of that earlier because I'm doing, for March, on my Flickers of Fear show, I'm doing monster movies. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't know. It sucks because I had wanted to do some Universal monster movies because Shudder had a whole bunch of them. It had like a whole bunch of like Boris Karloff stuff. It had Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, had all that kind of stuff. So I was going to do all that. And then I went on there today because I was going to watch Bride of Frankenstein and it's gone. So I guess they only had like a limited time. And I was like, well, shit. I mean, I can still watch it. It's just now I have to pay for it. Like, you know, $3 or $4 or however much it is, instead of watching it for free on Shudder. Shudder just added, but they took off most of their Universal stuff, but they just added a bunch of like new French Extremity. So, you know, they added some stuff like Irreversible, which I already reviewed, and Trouble Every Day, which I've been wanting to see for a long time, so I might get around to that as well. That's been on my list forever, but there's a bunch of that on there.
I'm talking to Keith. He's in there, but he's talking to his friend about HRT. You know, man, you can't. That's right.
What? Are you going to share it with the whole class?
No, I'm not.
Hugo says, my ringtone is Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, Cheryl says Shudder does that. Stuff disappears fast. Other things are always there. Yeah, I noticed because some things, like for my book reviews and for like basically everything that I do, like that I record like by myself, I do a month in advance. So I make a little calendar and I'm like, I'm going to read these books this month and I'm going to do these movies. And then sometimes by the time I get to the point where I'm going to watch them, they're gone from like the... Because I usually try to pick from services I already have because I don't have to pay extra, you know, for shit. I mean, I will if it's something that I really want to see, but it's annoying. So like I said, I did Shape of Water because that was on Hulu and it's still there. And then I was going to do Bride of Frankenstein, and then I went on Shudder today and I'm like, where the fuck is Bride of Frankenstein? Like all of the Universal movies are gone now. They had like a fuck ton of them on there. And then they only had them for like a month and then they're gone. But like I said, it has to do with like rights, I suppose. And, you know. So I'll probably still do Bride of Frankenstein. It's just that now I have to like pay $3.99 to see it, which that's fine. That's fine. But I don't know. Yeah, monster movies, cool. I'm trying to like, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to like pick which ones I want to do. Because I'm not super into kind of traditional monster movies in the sense of like Godzilla or stuff like that. Because I thought about doing like Godzilla, but I was like, well, I don't know. Do I really? I've seen a lot of Godzilla movies and Gamera movies because of Mystery Science Theater, but it's not really my favorite thing. I would rather see, I don't know. There's a lot of ones that I have on my list, so I'll see which ones I get around to, but I definitely did want to do some Universal ones though. But this, actually, if you're on our Patreon, you should have already seen, because I did The Beast Must Die with Peter Cushing, which is a werewolf movie. It's a werewolf whodunit. It's like an Agatha Christie. It's like an Agatha Christie thing, but with a werewolf instead of a murderer. But a werewolf is also a murderer.
You top that up with some more ice?
Sure.
Yeah.
Cheryl says, I wonder if Feast is on the list. It could be. It could be. So, you know, I'm just... actually, I might write it down because, like I said, I'm looking for stuff to do. I have some stuff on there that I want to do, but I'm not really sure, like, what ones I'm going to do yet. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the stuff that I was going to do, it's, like, not there anymore, and I'm like, well, maybe I should, like, rethink the shit. I don't know. So... I try to keep it flexible, even though I try to, like, plan ahead, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. I'm using this, like, piece of mail because I'm too lazy to, like, go over there and get other paper. Can I write on that? Okay, Feast. Let's write that down. I was thinking about doing at least one, like, Bigfoot-type movie, because there's one called Exists, and there's one called Monstrous that is on Shudder, but I've heard that one wasn't that good. So if anybody has any suggestions for monster movies, that they want me to do, old ones or new ones, it doesn't matter, then let me know and I'll try to accommodate you, because I haven't like finalized anything. You know, I was looking at this one list, I think it was Paste Magazine, and they had done like 50 best monster movies, and they were trying to like make a distinction between what constituted a monster. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, okay, well, it can't be human. And they didn't really want it to be like a vampire or something, or a zombie or something like that, because that's kind of its own thing. But it didn't necessarily have to be like a big, you know, like The Host or, you know, Cloverfield or Godzilla movies or something like that. And it could be a natural animal like Jaws or something, but it had to be like extraordinary in some way. They had like all of these rules. Cheryl says, "Ooh, Bigfoot." Yeah, there's a surprisingly. I'm not doing. What's that fucking Arkansas Bigfoot movie? Boggy Creek.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Boggy Creek, but there have been like I might do Exists, because I've heard that one was good. That's a Bigfoot type or Sasquatch type movie, but because I saw that's on that's actually on YouTube for free, I think, and on Tubi for free. Like I said, I'm looking for stuff that's for free. I will pay for shit if I have to. You know, if it's something I really want to see. But I would rather, you know, see something that's on a service that I already pay for, like Amazon Prime or Hulu or Shudder or something like that, because I'm already paying for the shit. So, or Netflix, because we pay for Netflix too. So, you know, if it's on there. But like I said, if it's not, like, don't worry about it. I still might do it anyway. Yeah, that Korean movie Host is good. I was maybe thinking about doing that one because I've seen that like multiple times, but I don't think I've ever reviewed it. So, that Invaders from Mars, Karen Black 80s flick that Tom always talks about is a good monster movie. I actually put that, I think I put that in the poll.
I remember it.
For the retrospective this week. So if you want to go, if you're on Patreon, go and vote for it, because I'm pretty sure that is, I put it in the poll because it's on Tubi for free. Like, you can watch it for nothing. So, Reign of Fire is my favorite dragon movie. That's actually on Amazon Prime or something. I remember just seeing that yesterday. Abominable, 2001, great Bigfoot film with Jeffrey Combs in it. Ooh, okay. I might have to look that up. I knew there had to be something like that. I was gonna do Troll Hunter, but then I saw again that it was on Shudder and now it's gone, which sucks. So
they'll have shit. It won't be up there for very long.
Well, like I said, it all has to do with like rights. Yeah, you really do have to like watch stuff immediately, like because it won't, unless it's a Shudder original or like one of their indie movies. If it's like an old one, you better get in there and like watch that shit, because you don't know how long
it'll only be up there for about a week.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's usually a month. I think it goes month to month. Although they do add new shit. That's the cool thing about Shudder. They do add new shit every single week. And if they add one thing, like I said, you know, when they put up last month that really awesome documentary about Boris Karloff, and they added a fuck ton of Universal movies. They had The Mummy, they had Frankenstein, they had Bride of Frankenstein, they had The Black Cat, which we talked about. They had all that stuff. White Zombie is still on there, I think. Although, is that Universal? I don't remember. Bela Lugosi's in that. But that's actually really good. Maybe I'll do that too. But that's not a monster movie. Whatever. But so...
that's a lot of yard. Do I take care of it? As of right now, there hasn't been any need to do anything because it's kind of winter. I've just been watering it and planting some stuff out in the back. That's all we've been doing. But no, we had a lawn crew that used to come here and cut it before we bought it. And then they disappeared. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I could always get another one. But usually, you know... What you do is you just use whoever the neighbors using.
Yeah.
And they'll come in for like $100 a month or $80 a month, depends on what the deal is. And they'll cut everything and trim all the down bushes.
Yeah, because this is a big ass yard, and in the summertime, you have to have somebody come and cut the grass and cut your hedges and stuff every week, or it will look like a big fucking swampy snake pit.
It'll look like ass.
So Oracle says...
And you see, that's just the front. The back is damn near like a half an acre. It's big. There's a lot more of it out in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oracle says Colossal is on... Yeah, that is actually one that I was planning on doing. So that one is already on the list because I saw that it was on it was on Hulu. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one as well, and then I'm gonna write down the host because I had been thinking about doing that one anyway, but you know, I just wanted some more ideas because I have some written down on my little calendar right there, but I don't know. It's always kind of like I try to plan ahead, but then sometimes I'm kind of like, man, I'm not really in the mood for this one right now. I want to do a different one. Yeah, Cheryl says, I haven't seen it. Never wanted streaming here. I just heard it was good. Danny Rolling says Willow Creek sucked. Yeah, I've kind of heard mixed stuff about that. Like, some people liked it and some people didn't. Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait directed it. So, I had been wanting to see it, but I just hadn't got around to it yet. Like I said, my list is fucking long. And then...
I'll show you guys the back.
Oh, you got a video of the backyard?
I'll just go out there and take it.
Oh, okay. Because honestly, sometimes I watch so many movies for the to review the show. So sometimes in the evening, in the evenings, we'll watch movies for the matinee or for a movie retrospective or whatever. But then sometimes when we don't have a movie to watch for the matinee show, I kind of want to watch something else or something that I don't really have to pay that much attention to. So sometimes, for instance, last night, we didn't really have anything we had to watch. So I actually ended up watching the finale of Next Level Chef, the Gordon Ramsay show, because I wanted to see who won. I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't watched it yet, because I guess the finale, because what I would usually do, because we do the show on Wednesday night, and I think it airs on Fox on Wednesday night, I watched it on Hulu on Thursday nights. So if anybody's been watching Next Level Chef, it's actually really good, but they did the finale, but I won't tell you who won. I'm happy that who won. Although any of the 3 finalists, I would have been happy if they won. They all seem pretty cool. So there was that. And then I discovered this show completely at random on fucking Tubi when I was looking for something else. And it's called Bizarre Murders. And the episodes are short. They're only 23 minutes long. I don't know where it originally came from. Oh, here we go.
You want to see it? Okay. That's the backyard. That's the planters.
Yeah, I mean, that's the neighbors.
Yeah, that's the neighbors over there. That's the whole thing. Goes almost all the way down to that hedge down there. See those hedges? It goes all the way to there. It's all sprinklered, too. There's a sprinkler system out there. And that's the neighbor's yard next on the other side of that fence. And here's the refrigerator with the ice machine.
And all the booze.
There's the ice and all the booze. That's where I'm going.
Got my new French vodka.
And then I open it up and I go, yeah, there it is. Loaded.
Look at all the snacks. Yeah. Oh, and that's iced coffee there.
Yeah, look. RC, bitches. This is the South. You got Southern color.
Me and my RC.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's what the main hallway looks like up on the second floor, and then look.
That's my new couch. I just bought.
And there's Jenny. She's doing the show. That was a few minutes ago.
Ooh. Yeah, Danny Rolling says, oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. The movie Deep House. That's like an underwater haunted house movie. Yeah, I just saw that come up other day. It's on Amazon Prime or whatever it's on. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that you said something about that. And I was like, underwater haunted house. I'm fucking on it. But I haven't got around to watching it yet, but David June says, but RC Soda is based out of Evansville, Indiana. It's Yankee Soda.
No, Georgia. It originally came from Georgia, and then it got. Right now, it's fucking owned by Schweppes. So does that make it British?
Oh yeah, that's right. Schweppes is British. They make some nice ginger ale, actually. Yeah. Jason Willie says, would you guys review the Crocodile Dundee movies? We could.
Yeah.
I remember liking those. Did I see the second one? Probably. I kind of feel like that was on cable a lot back in the old days. Oh, the room y'all in is way bigger than I thought. That's what I was saying when I first came in here. I kind of think, because the quote-unquote master bedroom in this house is actually downstairs, but I think that this room, which is upstairs, was the one that was intended to be like the other master bedroom, because it's big and there's like a bathroom attached. But like I said, we didn't make this the master bedroom because it doesn't have high ceilings. But So there was that. But yeah, so this room is like probably, I feel like it's like twice the size of my old office in the old house. I don't know if it's twice the size, but it's for sure way bigger. I mean, the fact that I can fit essentially 3 or 4 desks in here and a couch and like 3 or 4 bookshelves. I mean, that's kind of... I think when I was in Tampa, my apartment was about this size. Except it had a kitchen. But honestly, I'm trying to think. When I lived in Tampa, I had a studio apartment. It was 500 square feet. And it was probably about, maybe slightly bigger than this, but not that much bigger. And when I lived in Clearwater, I lived in a studio apartment too.
Yeah, there are ponds here. There's a pond, a small lake, just up the street here, and it has a landing. You can get in there, and you can put a boat in it. So they allow you to they got people that put canoes in there, and fishing. You can fish in it.
Yeah.
But some of the other 2-story houses like this one are backed up to it, and they have their own little boat landings. So if you bought like some of the better real estate, even though the house might be the same, but the land that it's on is worth a little bit more if it's backed up against that pond. And it's got a more complicated driveway system, and they got a boat there. There's about 5 or 6 of them like that.
Yeah, they do have, if you walk around the neighborhood, they do have like a little, it sort of looks like a little park because there's like a little bitty tennis court. Which has a fence and like a little bitty like playground.
Yeah.
And then across the street from that, there's like it's like a little park here. There's like a couple benches, and if you live in the neighborhood, you can go down there and fish or like launch your boat off.
Tila just shows up. Tila, you missed it. I was showing the house, man. I got it recorded, I guess. I could show it again later.
Amy wants to know, Jenny, where can I get a 13 o'clock jacket in a 4X?
Jackets? We don't have a jacket.
Well, I do make these, like these little...
Oh, that's right.
That's like little jacket like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to go on Zazzle and see what's on there because I had some on Zazzle, but I don't really remember like what all designs are on there. But I'll go and check for you, actually.
No, I can screen one.
Yeah, we could actually screen print.
It'd be easier to screen print one.
It probably
because I already have all the graphics for it.
True.
So what you do is you get her contact and get back with her, and we'll see what jacket she wants, and we'll have her choose that, and then we'll give her a price. I don't know what jacket she's talking about. If she's just talking about a sweater, a hoodie, that'd be the fucking cheapest.
Yeah, because this here is I made this one on Zazzle. I just have this in here because it's fucking cold in here during the day. This is my Who Put Bella in the Witch Elm one, and I just made this on. If I could figure out like how the back of it worked, that would be awesome. But you know, I'm kind of retarded like that. But yeah, so it looks like that, and then the front of it just on the lapel, or the little, where is it? It has the logo on it somewhere. Yeah, and it just has the logo on the front like that. Like I said, I've had this for I don't remember how long, but I just got that on Zazzle. I made it. But it is hoodie's fine, she says. Okay, well, yeah. Well, get with me about that, and we'll
get her a
figure something out.
Yeah.
Because we can, like I said, we can make you a custom one because we can screen print shit.
Yeah, we got a supplier that'll send shirts and all kinds of stuff. So they probably also have hoodies, don't they?
They have everything.
They have everything. Okay.
They have every conceivable, which, like I said, is sometimes it's hard because I go in there to order shirts. And I'm like, I just want a black t-shirt. And they're like, which of these 15 different kinds of black t-shirt do you want? We have like a soft one or like a fitted one, or we have
once we get that done, we'll know we'll have an estimate of the prices. We can give them a price, and maybe we'll make we'll give them an option. If people want hoodies, we'll make some. We got to get the Canon shirt done, and the Omni Consumer Product RoboCop shirt. Got to get that done. There was another one I was wanting to do. What was that other one, remember? God damn it, you and that fucking... Do you remember what that other shirt was? That was going, oh, that'd be a badass shirt.
No. Do you know how many different things I have to, like, remember in my head all the time?
This is what she does.
Well, I try to write things down because otherwise I can't remember everything. But if I don't remember to write it down, then a couple days later I absolutely will not remember.
All right. So, we definitely have to get those other 2 shirts.
I mean, I'm pretty good at remembering stuff, but even I can't hold everything in my brain like at one time. Cheryl says,
I got screens available.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I got solution already made up. I got to make it before it goes bad.
Yeah, that's right, because that doesn't last forever.
It doesn't last forever.
Cheryl says, when does the sexual policeman shirt come out?
Sexual policeman.
You're gonna have to like put on some wigs and hats.
No,
and
sexual
all
policeman doesn't wear a shirt. She's trying to get me to take my shirt off. She's trying to get me to fucking take my shirt off.
If I made you a shirt that said sexual policeman on it, would you wear it? You don't have to wear it outside. I'm not
wear that shit to the club.
You probably would.
I have to wear it to the club. It would have to be kind of like. It would have to be kind of like fucking Sid Vicious's fucking shirt with the 2 gay cowboys on it. It'd have to have fucking. It'd have to have leather cops on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could do that.
You could dig up some leather cop fucking.
Sure.
Fucking art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got all kind of fun shit I can do. Tammy says, yes, we want hoodies. Jason Willie says, would love a Pliskin cap. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we could do that.
I think I got an image small enough for that. For a hat, I don't have an image small enough. I'd have to make a new one.
Well, I can make a new one.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Tila. Would you rather go up against the Penguin or the Joker, and why? And Tom, take your shirt off.
I'll take that shit off later. I gotta get fired up first.
He's still too sober. Murder Hornet says T wants Tom to pole dance. That's what that's what we need in here. A pole.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, well, I guess he doesn't have to be drunker. It's your bald ass head.
Put my sexual hat on.
That's not the sexual hat. You need your you need your cocksucker hat.
That's right.
You need your cocksucker hat.
Ready to blow.
Gramthars says, okay, I'm out of here for 10 minutes. David June gives $10 and says, Tom, keep your shirt on.
Thank you. And that's not... Hold on.
Ew, don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
It's just hip hugging. It's just hip hugging. And that's without a pump. That's just...
You need to settle down. It's so early still. It's not even 6 p.m.
These bitches
what is this shenanigans? Pull up your drawers there, plumber, says Gramthars.
It's just falling down a little bit.
Jason Willie says Jenny next to strip. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Now they're trying to get me to see what you did. See what you did. Who spiked Tom's drink? Nobody. He's just... Well, at least he's in a good mood today. You're in a good mood.
Jenny's laughing.
Well, you know what?
I can see in the past. It's still on there. It's a few minutes behind.
Oh, is it?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay, you're lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, this is a family show. Is it? Okay.
I don't know. Because let's see that again. No, you fucking missed it.
This is the Addams Family show.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Holy shit. Yeah, you might have to like back it up a few minutes.
Be careful. Yeah, it's all right. I don't care.
I don't care.
Without any hair, Tom's head looks like a thumb. That's what Zach is saying.
It does. Now that you mention it,
it's like a thumb.
That's what can I call you Thumbprint from now
on? David's paid me $10 to keep my shirt on. Yeah.
See, you need to keep that up.
Yep.
Now he'd be like, he sent us $50, or he's gonna take his pants off. Yep. Jason said you look like Uncle Fester.
Oh, they're saying the pleasure trail. There is no pleasure trail. I'm totally shaved.
I always heard it called the Happy Trail.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like the Happy Trail.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the first time I heard that was like in high school. Like my friend said that. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I guess that's what it's called. Tom Thumb.
Yeah.
That's Oracle. Oh my god. So many shirts we could make. All at Tom's expense.
I don't give a fuck about you sluts.
I know you don't. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm just letting the alcohol fucking seep in.
Let it flow through you.
Yeah.
Just like the force or whatever.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I get it. Now, I remember, I don't know why, but I remember somebody asked us about, because we actually went to Mannequins last Friday after the show. And somebody asked us how that went, and I don't think we ever answered it. But it was fun.
Yeah, there wasn't very many people.
I mean,
there
to
was
be
people there weren't people we knew.
Yeah.
Like our main friends.
I mean, some people we knew turned up, but like most of the people. And honestly,
we were fucking tired when we showed up.
I was tired when I showed up. I had one drink and I could barely finish it, and then like the rest of the night I just drank water.
Yeah.
So I just told Anna, and I was like,
she started waking up. She started waking up and wanted to do shit.
And then like after I went through all the water. After I went through all the water, I was like, oh, I feel better now. Because I kind of felt like crap when we were going. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. And I was like, I already drank a lot and blah, blah, blah. But then he was like, no, we got to go. We got to go. And I'm just like, okay. And then like I was like, oh, shit, man. I feel so shitty. And then I just started like drinking. And I just drank like gallons and gallons of water. And then like after an hour or two, I'm like, now I feel awesome. And he was like, no, let's go. So, it didn't work out too good. Honestly, oh, you know what? Oh, shit, I forgot. I was going to actually show the photo that they took at the last Memento Mori. And I had it, like, I got it and I sized it and everything like that. And I was going to download it and put it in OBS, and I totally forgot. Tom didn't get in it because he was at the bar, like at the front bar. But I was in it. I was, like, right in the front, actually. But it was like a good picture. It kind of showed, like, not everybody, because some people had already left because it was closing. But kind of got, like, a lot of the regulars in the picture. That was kind of cool. But I guess I can't do it now because unless you bring it up on Facebook.
What's that?
That picture, the last Memento Mori picture.
I don't have it.
Well, you could go to my Facebook site, and then it's on there because I'm tagged in it.
Okay.
You're not in it. But I was meant to show it, and it's just like I forgot to download it. Tom the Male Gigolo. Yeah, maybe you could make some money like that.
So I gotta find it on your shit. Let me see.
It should only be a couple down, because like I said, I was tagged in it. There's like a couple like movie reviews, but that's it. Should be there. Like I said, I'm tagged. I think Angel tagged me in it, actually.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah. I just wanted to show that picture. That was like the last Memento Mori. Dimitri's like right there in the front. Yeah. Oh, look. There's Jenny. Where am I?
With the red.
Where's my finger?
Other way. There you go, right there.
There's me.
Yeah.
And
So you touched it.
I touched it. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean to touch it.
Don't touch it.
Okay, I'm trying to touch it. And then that's Dimitri right there. And then that's Adam. There's Angel, like 2 back. Yeah, there's like a whole fucking bunch of people, yeah. But that was like, they took that like right at closing time. They turned the lights on and took a picture. Oh shit, we fucked the lighting up again. Go back to dark. I don't like all of this light. It's like making me, oh, it's not working. Look at it. It went all, it's like all, why does it do that? Okay, there it goes. Is Dimitri the DJ? Yeah. And actually, yeah, he's him and his wife Jen. Jen is in that picture too. Some of our dearest friends. Tila said, Jenny, I saw a film called Fresh on Hulu. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. And so, yeah, that's definitely on my list to watch because that sounds really good. It's about cannibals. Speaking of which, that's what I was saying before. I found this show randomly on Tubi called Bizarre Murders. And I don't know what channel it originated on. I'm assuming it originated on a channel with commercials. It's only like 23 minutes long. And what it does is they take like really weird murders that really happen, but then they kind of like change it a little bit. Like they change people's names and like they change a few of the details and stuff, I guess, so they can, because the tone of the show is a little bit kind of jokey. So you could kind of say it's like in bad taste because people did actually get murdered. But most of the shit, like the criminals that are on there are such dumbasses. Because there's this one guy he's not really the host, but he's kind of like the guy that they go to. He was like an FBI investigator. And he's always like making these snarky ass comments about like how stupid like the murderers were and stuff because they get caught. But for some reason, like I find the show, even though it's talking about real murders, like kind of hilarious. And it talks about stuff that, like it did a show about who was that German fucker, that the cannibal, Armin Muse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. The guy Armin Muse, that was his name. We did a show about him. The guy that met the guy online, ate him, which the guy wanted to be eaten, so fair enough, whatever. So they did a show about that, but they changed everybody's names. They did a show about that I think we also talked about, that woman that had Munchausen by proxy and told her daughter her entire life that she had all of these medical problems and like made her be in a wheelchair and told her she was like 6 years younger than she actually was and blah blah blah. And then like the girl eventually like snapped and like killed the mom. I think we talked about that on the show too. So they did one like that, but they changed the names, but it was enough to like know what it was still. So I don't know, I've just been watching, there's a shit ton of them like on Tubi, and I found it randomly and I'm just like, oh my god, this is like so fucked up and yet so hilarious. So I started watching it. My favorite one so far, and I don't know what case this was actually based on because I haven't heard about it, but it was this one where this dude was married to this woman. They'd been married a long time, and I guess she wanted to divorce him. He'd worked at he was a manager of like an adult superstore type situation, and he was making okay money doing that, but then he got fired, and so he was kind of a bum and blah, blah. And his wife was a nurse and she made a lot of money. And so she was going to divorce him because he was starting to like lose it. And so he decided that he was going to pay this dude that worked with him at the porno store to kill her. So he gave the dude the key to their house, and they decided, we should kill her with a hammer. For some reason, even though it's like super messy. Come on, just fucking evidence everywhere, but fucking amateurs. But yeah, so it was that. The awesome thing about this was that the guy breaks in the house, hides in the house. The woman comes home from work. Like I said, she's a nurse. He comes and he hits her in the head with a hammer, and she kind of like falls over on the floor, but then she like wakes back up and she kills the dude with her bare hands. Like they struggled for like half an hour and she ended up like fucking strangling him like that. Like he died. She killed him. And I was just kind of like, holy shit. And it's like so funny because like then the cops are like trying to like figure out why was this dude in the house, and this dude like had texts from the husband and stuff. It was just fucking, that one was funny because the person that ended up the person that was supposedly like supposed to be killed, like the wife, she actually like fought back and killed the guy, so you didn't feel too bad about like that guy getting killed because he was like a fucking moron. But yeah, don't mess with nurses, man. Yeah, that's kind of like what they said, because they said, well, she was a nurse and she had like a lot of self-defense training because she had to subdue patients and whatnot. So when he tried to like hit her in the head with a hammer, she was just like, oh no, we're not having that. And she just like fought him down on the fucking floor for like half an hour, and then she ended up fucking killing him. And it was like fucking hilarious. But
how long have we been on already?
An hour.
Okay, so
That's
we're
all.
an hour into the show. The show has officially started. We've got a pretty good crowd in there. Today is the day where it's Friday. It's Open Lines Friday. Every fucking show does an Open Lines Friday because they're easy to do and they're fun. If you have any questions on any of the fucking cases that we've done in the back, done in the back catalog or in the past, we can talk about that. If you have any questions about paranormal shit, unsolved mysteries, murders, fucking current events, just anything that's on your mind, just drop a question in the comment section, and Jenny and I will get on it. We'll also talk about movies and take any kind of requests or suggestions. Now we did just take a request for getting hoodies together. Somebody was interested in a hat.
Yeah.
We'll look into that too. We'll see if that supplier has those.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like write. Well, yeah, they do. They have pretty much any article
I
of
want to see if
clothing.
it's a good hat.
you can think of. We
Right.
use Jiffy shirts, by the way.
Yeah.
Who I've always really liked.
Right.
But
My favorite brand of hat is Condor. It's these right here. This is a fucking paramilitary style hat. All right. This is something that a contractor would wear, and this would be a good Pliskin hat. But the thing is I think a black Condor hat is $20 a pop just for the hat. So that means after shipping and doing an image on it, you might be talking $40 for a hat like that. I don't know if people would be interested in a price that high. We'll see. I hate those damn hats that have the nylon backs and it looks like back in the 70s and with the cheap material and
like
shit.
a trucker hat.
I can't
kinda.
stand those. I like
Well, the trucker hats, I kind of
hat.
feel like they're more like kind of puffy.
Yeah, puffy in the back.
Those were kind of popular for a minute, like back in the early 2000s, I want to say. Everybody was
Yeah, they're
all
terrible.
about the trucker hats. Well, I
Yeah.
wasn't, but you know. Oracle said we need to talk about food. That's tradition. Tom made chicken biryani in the Instant Pot today.
Yeah, it came out good.
It did. It was delicious.
Came out good. I can do it better next time, but it came out pretty good.
Now, that's not the first thing we made in the Instant Pot, because you
No.
made something else in it. the
Chicken
other day.
masala.
You made chicken masala in it the other day.
Thing is, that wasn't pressure cooked, and that was.
Oh, okay.
Biryani was pressure cooked. Only
Oh,
pressure
okay.
cooked for 6 minutes and then 6 minutes and then 5 minutes. That's it. Because you had to do the chicken first, and then I added the rice, and then pressure cooked the rice for 5 minutes, and when it came out, it was done.
Yeah, that Instant
And that
Pot
was that whole chicken.
pretty awesome.
That was that whole chicken. I quartered it and put it in there.
What edible garden plants are you guys planting? And plan
Oh
to
man,
plant?
all kinds of broccoli. There's melons out there, squash, tomatoes. Got a bunch of herbs coming like basil, cilantro. I got trees coming. I got an avocado tree. I got a lemon tree. That's it for right now. I'm going to get some other shit. Maybe I'll get some oranges.
That would be good. Actually, I love oranges.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeffy Art. Jenny, good call with the movie Spring. I actually really did like that movie a lot. Watched it on Tubi and now found my new Valentine's Day tradition, and I hate Valentine's Day. That's why I said in the review, I said, even if you don't like love stories, give that movie a shot, because it is technically a love story, but she's a monster. So it's a little bit Lovecraftian too, so it's kind of cool.
Tila's asking, anybody seen Eaten Alive?
I did a long time ago. The Toby Hooper one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Smith says, speaking of unsolved mysteries, anyone else love that old show, Unsolved Mysteries? That used to genuinely scare me.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we do... We did
did a
an
whole show on
episode.
it.
We did
Yeah.
an episode, like, a tribute
Yeah.
to Unsolved Mysteries. Because, man, I used to watch that as a kid, and, like, just even the theme music was creepy. Like, Robert Stack, his voice was creepy. And, man, some of the shit they featured on there... Because they did paranormal shit, too.
Cheryl's prepping veggies for shrimp and sausage jambalaya right now. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, jambalaya is similar to biryani. That's like an Indian version of jambalaya. Kind of similar.
Jenny needs an orange tree so she never runs out of orange juice.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, we might get one, like I
Yeah.
said. It's funny, my where I used to live in Daytona Beach or Holly Hill, my grandma's house, she had an orange tree in the backyard. But the oranges back there, they'd kind of gone wild. So they were still oranges technically, but they were very sour. You could technically make lemonade with it because they kind of tasted like lemons.
What would probably grow better would be tangerines.
Now, tangerines are very good too.
Yeah.
Tangerines grow really well down
I know that they grow real well here. I've seen them wild before.
Mm-hmm.
Put some tangerines out there, and I want it to be kind of look like a park out there with little pathways and shit. Once it's all done, because all that shit's sprinklered. It's got sprinklers down the whole thing, so I can plant in there, you know. But I don't want it to look like food production. I don't want to look at like my fucking grandparents' fucking Mississippi fucking like the fucking subsistence farming.
Well,
and
you
shit,
want it
know?
to look aesthetically
It's got to be
nice.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. But
So
you
it's not-
also want it to,
right.
like, grow some food.
Yeah, people were saying, boy, you could put a pool out there. Look, you do not want a fucking swimming pool.
I mean, I do, but I don't want to take care of it.
Everybody know that I has one said it's a huge mistake.
They are a pain in the ass.
Huge mistake.
Well, the thing about it, I mean...
And in Florida, you're going to have alligators in them. And that's literally, you go out there and there's damn alligator in your pool.
Like,
or the
well,
deer. The deer are in there. I don't really care about the deer, but the deer will go in there and take a bath. And then come back out.
Well, hey.
But if you have a pool, you got to put a fence around it. And putting a fence around this place would cost a lot of money.
Well, yeah, because we have laws about you have to have like a certain fence.
Certain kinds of fences.
Because they don't want people's like fucking kids like wandering in there and drowning.
Right.
Because that does happen quite a lot.
Well, no, you'd need to have a fence around here regardless.
Yeah.
I'd have to put it around the whole thing, the whole property, because alligators leaving the pond, they'll go a long way. People don't realize that alligator will fucking journey for miles.
They'll
and
just
miles.
mosey all over the fucking place.
And they'll take a rest, man, in somebody's swimming pool. That's like the hotel. That's like the hotel. They're like, I'm gonna spend a night here.
It's like alligator vacation.
Yeah. It's on the news all the time, and we're not talking about 5-foot alligators. We're talking about 12-foot, 11-foot fucking monsters.
Yeah, because how many fucking videos have you seen of like people in Florida like waking up in the morning and going out in their kitchen to make some coffee and being like, oh, there's an alligator in the pool. Got to call animal control.
Yeah, most of them are 4 or 5 feet long, but you don't really notice them. That's not a big deal. It's the monsters that are out there. They got fucking huge ones.
They do, yeah. And around here, because this is kind of rural, you know,
not as rural as it looks. It's in between towns. I mean, if you see a shot of this place from the air, it's surrounded by everything. You know, you walk in any direction longer than fucking 4 or 5 miles, you'll run into a road. But if you look at Florida from space at night with the lights on, the whole thing's just lit up like a damn Christmas tree. It would make you think that it's just one big city, like it's all New York. It's not. All that shit's fucking deceptive. They're shooting it with light magnification over time to get a fucking brighter image. But just fucking go on Google Earth and look at the map. I mean, there's roads everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, the thing about it is like there's rural patches, but you don't really have to drive more than a few miles before there's something. I mean, it's not necessarily a city. Because look at where my mom and my
parents live. It's
my stepdad live. That's kind of
like a forest
in the middle of nowhere. Well, that's Ocala National Forest.
Yeah.
Which is like a big like acres and acres and acres and miles of nothing, but trees.
And you'll go down.
But even they have like a gas station and like there's a Walmart a couple miles away and shit.
It's fucking funny. You'll see an Indian restaurant. Pizza place.
Well, like I said, it was really weird when we first moved here because, you know, where we live, like I said, it's this neighborhood and then across the street is a farm and then there's a Dollar General literally next to this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then you can go up the street about a mile and a half, something like that. And then there's like a strip mall and the strip mall has a Publix, a liquor store,
a Domino's,
a diner, like a breakfast
ice cream
place, an ice cream coffee place, and a Japanese restaurant.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is actually really, really good.
Yeah, you can go in there and get fucking.
There's a hair place too, like a hair cutting place.
You can get all the different kinds of dragon rolls and sushi rolls. And
we've eaten at that Japanese place like a lot of, and that it's.
Yeah.
I mean, for being out here,
I don't think it's Japanese people. I think it's Chinese people working there, but all the waitresses are Oriental, you know, fucking Asian. That's what we call them. I think they're Chinese though. But the shit's good.
The food in there is really good.
I've been all over, you know. I've been fucking New York and fucking lived in Boston. I'm from California, also as a little kid, and it's not like it was back in the '80s, you know, where you had to be in a big city to get good food. The shit's a diaspora now. Everybody knows what good food tastes like now. It's everywhere. It's just not like it was. Like, I've heard people fucking ask questions, you know, like some of my aunts in fucking California. Well, what's the culture like? What's the food like in Florida? You know, and she lives in Vista, California. And she still thinks it's fucking 1981. You know? Fucking it's all about the same no matter where you go.
Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of like... Yeah, there's probably like some really, really little rural places where you can't get good Mexican food or Indian food or whatever, but...
You just drive an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, nowadays it really seems like it's not that much of a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, some things are easier to get than others, but like I said, the fact that we kind of live in a pretty rural, like, farm area, and yet a mile away there's like a really, really good, like, sushi restaurant.
Let's be honest, man. Fucking... But when it comes to income and development in the United States, bottom of the barrel is Mississippi. All right, so I go down there to see my dad when he's going through all those surgeries. Go through Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Go to a Chinese restaurant that looked like it was run by. They were probably, I don't know, Vietnamese. Probably who it was running it. And I had the best fucking General Chicken I've ever had in that fucking little place in you know? And then everything's there. And fucking fantastic Mexican food. He was like, what the fuck is Mexican food doing in Mississippi? Yeah, back in 81, man, you couldn't get good Mexican food. Back in 88, you couldn't get good Mexican food in Mississippi. But Sanderson's Farms Chicken's there now. You know, and a lot of Mexicans and Central Americans moved there to work at Sanderson's Farms Chicken. And Mexicans are all over Central Mississippi. And the best restaurants that are there right now in Central Mississippi in some towns is a Mexican restaurant. Because that's where the money is.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of...
The Mexicans will eat it, and so will all the white people come and eat it.
Well, there's a lot of good Mexican restaurants around here, too, because there's a lot of Mexicans working
in here.
Around here.
Yeah.
So it's not like it used to be.
Just 500 meters in that direction over there is a cattle farm with had to be 200 or 300 head of cattle sitting there. I'm going to go investigate, see if I can buy a cow. But I don't have the freezer space once it's slaughtered. Well, we got Central Americans. Some of them are Mexican, but I think most of them are places like Guatemala, Venezuela, which of those used to be part of Mexico at one time, long time ago, because they had their own little central civil wars that happened and breakaway republics and shit happened back in the 1800s. But they're here. And in Florida, they got kind of pretty strict rules, so they're all legal workers. A lot of them are migrants, or they're here on work permits, and they're working in these farms. And because of that, they got to pay them. So they got money. You know? They send a lot of it home, but they got to live when they're here, man. One of the best fucking Mexican markets is just up this fucking road here. They got a great Mexican restaurant right in there.
It's big. It's a restaurant and a grocery store.
And a grocery store.
Yeah, like half and half.
I go in there, man, and I'm a fucking, like the only white dude in there. You know, I'm fucking eating and fucking... The people that run it, you know, speak fluent English and Spanish. They've been here forever. They've been here for 15 fucking years. White dude sits down next to me. He's ordering all kinds of shit. And I says, man, this shit's really good. And he goes, no hablas inglés. You don't speak English. He says, oh, yeah, I forgot. Mexico has white people, too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Let it be a lesson, yeah. They don't all look like Indians, you know. Fucking motherfucker from Mexico City, you know. They look as white as Jenny. You know.
And that's pretty white.
Pretty fucking white.
Gramthars Hammer says, true story, Gramthar once served, because he's referring to himself in the third person,
yes.
like since that show we did a couple weeks ago.
Makes him bigger, more
Sure. Once served an arrest warrant on a guy rolling sushi rolls for his restaurant while his long-haired cat licked at the rice in a big wooden bowl.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Honestly, if I was just eating it, I don't think I would be bothered.
Last night, me and Jenny were in bed eating Pringles. She had a can of Pringles. I had a can of Pringles. She had the damn vinegar
the
and
salt and
ones.
vinegar ones.
I
Yeah.
had the fucking
The
pizza flavored ones. Pookie jumps up and asks for a fucking chip.
She's like, can I have one of those?
I give her a Pringle. She loved it.
She's like, oh.
She ate a whole fucking Pringle. I had to break it up. But she's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
She rarely
And I've
eats
seen
human
you
food.
do it too. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you'll break off, like, a piece of food for her to eat, and you put it down, and she'll kind of lick it or, like, take a bite or something, and she'll leave it there. I've seen you pick that shit up and eat it.
I don't remember that. Oh, no. That was like little things like cookies and shit like that.
That's what I mean.
Well, she didn't really eat it. She just licked it and went,
That's what I mean. I'm not, honestly, she's not dirty.
No, she's not dirty.
I'm not concerned.
She's not dirty. The tongue just brushed it. Just didn't get any spit on it.
I know some people might be grossed out if you don't have a cat or a dog. I brush my hair with the same brush that she, like, I'll brush her with it and then brush my hair with it. I don't give a shit.
No.
And it's like, you know.
That cat smells good. You sit there,
She has never smelled bad, that cat.
Yeah, and it'll smell like fucking baby shampoo.
She smells like baby powder.
Baby powder and baby shampoo.
Beijing smells like that too.
Yeah.
I've never had, I mean,
They're real
honestly,
clean.
yeah, I kind of feel like if you have a cat that stinks, there's probably something wrong with that cat. Like it's sick or it lives in a house that is not clean.
Yeah.
Because cats, if left to their own devices, are rather clean animals.
Yeah.
They don't stink. Like dogs kind of stink. Not always, but I mean cats, if they're properly cared for, don't stink.
Yeah.
If they're healthy.
Tina's talking about she wants good Chinese food. She'll go to Chinatown. Yeah, we do have good Chinese food here.
Oh, there's a Chinese restaurant up there too.
There's all different
like
kinds of Chinese.
takeout.
Yeah, the Chinese restaurant's just okay.
It's
okay.
pretty good. It's passable.
okay.
Just for Chinese takeout, I mean,
Right.
I've had better. I've had worse.
There's a place we go to called Koi Wan. And that's 20 miles from here now. We moved no, it's further, probably about 30 now. But it's a buffet. It's like going to Chinese Disneyland. It's got a fucking koi pond and a river that run down through the middle of the restaurant with fucking Chinese fucking bridges that go over it, and
it's
all
a
you
whole
can
thing.
eat sushi and all you can eat rolls, and you can pay extra and get all you can eat crab legs and shrimp and everything. And I'll go in there. I won't touch a bit of rice. I'll eat nothing but just the meat and vegetables, man. I'll tear it up. Get a good meal in there. But it's probably only about, I think daytime is about $10, right? All you can eat. And I think nighttime
I think it's
about,
gone up slightly, but not that much. I think it's like maybe 11 or 12 now. But you can eat as much as you want.
Dinner time is probably about 15 to 17.
Something like that.
And if you start throwing in shit like all you can eat crab legs, it's going to be about $20.
But still, I mean...
Still, it's a good deal. 20-something bucks. And Koi Wan's a good one. But they have all the little sushi rolls and the crab rolls, and they're making them right there. So they got nice shit here. You know. It's good. I just think it's funny, you know, that some of my relatives in California think that there's only good food in California. It's about like that everywhere now.
Well, I mean, at some point, probably, it used to be
Back
like
in the
that.
80s.
There was only good food in big cities. I see it.
That was in the 80s, though.
But nowadays, it's really
everywhere.
kind of proliferated. Because, like I said, everybody probably had to do with, like, the internet because everybody's a fucking foodie now. So you can't get away with, like, shitty-ass food anymore.
There's a place up here called Texas do Brasil. It's a churrascaria, Brazilian churrascaria. It's, not Eustis, it's,
Mount Dora?
no.
Sanford?
No, up north. I'm trying to remember what it was. Haven't been there in about 10 years.
Trying to think where the fuck that post. Well, there's more than one of those, right?
Yeah, the one that I went to was up there. Not Eustis, but it's right outside Eustis. And it's...
Sorrento?
No. Oh. Fuck. I see it on the map. I think it's about 20-something bucks to eat there. And it was nice. And at the churrascaria is all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue.
Go run to the bathroom.
And it's kind of like gaucho style. But Brazilian gaucho. And that food there was every bit as good. It was just as authentic as it was in São Paulo, Brazil. It was fucking great. People would have loved that restaurant in Brazil. But it had everything. Farofa, farinha. It had all the different cuts of fucking meat that they would only have in Brazil, like the hump of the Brahma bull. I think they would call it, what they call that, bisteca? I forgot what they called it. They had a lot. They had every cut. And these gauchos would come up with a sword with the fucking pieces of meat on it, put it in your plate, and with a gaucho knife fucking cut that shit off and just lay slabs of meat on your plate and then walk off. It was good, man. Fucking, they'd come with a whole damn sword of fucking chicken hearts. I remember when I first had those things, I was in Brazil, you know, I had one. I said, "Oh, that's good," and I just kept asking for more. And I had a whole plate of these little things. And I was the kid, My mom was, "I didn't know you liked chicken hearts." And I goes, "Those are chicken hearts?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, they're good, real good." I'd eat about fucking 10, 20 of them damn chicken hearts. But they'd have pork and beef and chicken and fucking... They had weird cuts that you wouldn't eat in the United States, like tongue. But it was just beautiful. If you didn't know what it was, like tongue, you'd still eat it. It's like ham, It was kind of like a ham type or beef type flavor. It was good. And then they had... real good fucking alcoholic drinks like, caipirinha, which was, it's cachaça with fucking crushed lemon and sugar. Cachaça's kind of like Brazilian Everclear. That shit's fucking deadly, man. Woo! Really good. I can remember it, man. Carnival.
Memories.
Yeah.
Rebecca
If I took
says,
Jenny there, man. If I took Jenny there, she'd like it, I think.
I probably would.
Now, my friends that are still there are telling me not to go. They said that it's not as good as it was when we were kids. Because the economy
Nothing ever is.
Well, they said the economy's so bad. The economy's terrible there now.
Rebecca says, I went to a Chinese restaurant in Antwerp, Belgium. It was disgusting. I have no idea what it was, but my bro-in-law is originally from Hong Kong, and he cooks. I know what they served me wasn't Chinese. I do kind of feel like...
Well, nothing in the West is Chinese.
Well, that's true. But, I mean...
If you see what they're eating in China, you wouldn't eat that.
Yeah, we had a friend who was culturally Chinese, and she went back to China... Like, she'd never been before, but she went back, like, her ancestry was that. So she went to China, and when she came back, one of the first things she said was, yeah, Chinese food we eat here, that's nothing like that. She's like, this shit they eat over there is like super gross.
No. A lot of the real famous Chinese dishes that are real well known here are actually from Taiwan, and they come out of damn Taiwanese fucking 5-star hotels. They're copies of 5-star hotel recipes aimed towards foreigners. Fucking Chinese people eat a lot of shit like chicken feet. And terrible meat, not much there. They'll eat bugs. You wouldn't eat that kind of stuff. But it's... The first iterations of American Chinese food came out of San Francisco, where T lives. And they used to play jokes, on the white folks. Chop suey and shit, which is basically just damn table scraps. They would just fucking serve the white people table scraps. Here, take that. That's not what the Chinese were eating. And the whole Chinese restaurant game in the United States, and it went into Europe too, it spread into Europe, it was more about Chinese people selling products to white people.
Well,
that's what it was. Well, they were smart. Because we wouldn't eat what they would eat. A lot of times. So they made up stuff for us that we would eat.
Well, yeah, it's just more tailored to a Western palate is what they were doing. And honestly...
That's what I would do as a chef. So they're not...
you should, wrong. Because if you make a lot of stuff that people don't want to eat, no one's going to eat it, and you're going to go broke. So you better make some shit that people want to eat. The thing about it, though, is I think like a lot of... I don't know if this is the case anymore, but a lot of Chinese restaurants back in the day, they'd kind of have... If you were moving here and wanted to open a Chinese restaurant, there was kind of like... There were companies that would help you. It's like, look, we have... this is the menu. It's already like made ahead of time, and they already had like a menu template set up and all of the business plan like already set up for you. So you basically just have... It's like franchising, but it wasn't... it wasn't like McDonald's or anything like that, but it was like a franchise type situation. And that's why if you go to like a lot of Chinese takeout places, even still, like to this day, their menus look the same. Like their printed menus are the same, like the dishes are pretty much the same and are made the same way. And you can go to different ones and they all taste pretty much the same. So that's why, because it's almost kind of like a franchising type of thing that they do. Let me see. Oh, I saw something earlier that like made me laugh. Gramthars says my 11-month-old Brittany puppy eats her own turds just seconds after she drops them. See, this is why. Look, I love dogs, I do, but I never really wanted one because dogs. I mean, people say cats are gross, but I mean, dogs are kind of gross in the sense that they'll eat their own poop, they'll eat cat poop, they'll eat anything pretty much. I don't think either of our cats has ever eaten their own poop, not that I'm aware of. They do barf every now and then, but it's gross, but it's not that gross. I've never seen them like eat their own poop. They seem pretty not. Although the funny thing about it is that Pookie will watch Beijing poop, and Beijing is like not. Hi, Pook. I was talking about you.
She's scared because I fucking.
Oh, because you made a noise.
I made a noise.
She's like, so she likes to pretend that her life is full of like drama. Yeah. I guess because it's not really. Like she has a very easy life. You know, everybody is like sweet to her, everybody pets her, she just gets to sleep all day. But she likes to pretend that she lives this life of like excitement and intrigue. So like every time somebody like comes in the room or makes a noise, she's like she like makes this big fucking dramatic fucking thing about it. You're such a drama queen, Pook. But yeah, so she has this weird thing where like if Beijing uses the litter box, Pookie will like go in there and like watch her. And then Beijing is like, you can tell that Beijing is just kind of like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like she's very embarrassed about it, but Pookie is like completely shameless. It's like, it's fucking hilarious, like watching the two of them. But Tila says, my cats eat sauteed spinach and kale. Odd kitties. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I had a cat when I was younger who, she was like a black and white kitty, and she lived on our porch. And she loved donuts. Like, no, specifically, she loved, you know those little Debbie, like, donut sticks? She was super into those. Which, I don't know why, but she really, really liked those. She also really kind of liked potato chips. Yeah. So, I do think that there's something, maybe they do, because I don't think cats usually like sweet things. They don't really have
They don't taste it.
They don't taste anything sweet, so, no. Which is weird because I had
But they know salty.
Like I said, I had a cat that really liked donuts. I don't really know why. But, yeah, so I think salty, they do kind of, because Beijing likes Parmesan cheese. If you put like a little pile of Parmesan
anything
cheese.
That stinks, they like anything that stinks.
Yeah, they like anything that smells like feet. So they like kind of cheese stuff, or they like
some fishy, nasty, stinky.
Yeah, the stinkier it is, like the happier they are.
They don't have much taste buds at all, really. It's more smell.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they just kind of... Now, getting back to food, and the differences, we got... there are some things that you can't get in Florida that you can only get in some bigger cities, all right? Especially New York. We have a lot of friends here that are from New York, the New York City area. Pizza. Here is corporate pizza. Domino's. Pizza Hut.
Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Little Caesars.
You don't have small mom and pop.
There are some.
They went out of business, a lot of them.
Yeah. Now, there was that one good one by the Starbucks over there on 434?
Yeah.
That pizza place was decent.
They, in general, can't stay in business.
Yeah.
And it's just because you don't have pizza connoisseurs here. People don't care if it's Papa John's or Little Caesars or fucking Pizza Hut. That's the pizza that they know.
I mean, I'll eat Domino's or Pizza Hut or Papa John's in a pinch. I mean, your pizza is obviously way better.
Yeah.
But if we don't feel like cooking, I'm not averse to ordering. It's not terrible. I don't like Little Caesars though.
If you were to give a New York style pizza to, like something from a pizzeria to a Floridian that was raised on Papa John's and fucking Pizza Hut, they would just taste that and they go, that's not real good. They would just think, they wouldn't ask for that again. They wouldn't throw it away. Just that they wouldn't see a big enough difference. They'd just call fucking Pizza Hut again. Now I know better, you know what I mean? I make my own and I can appreciate everything, and I can go when I went to New York, I had some of the pizzeria pizza in there, and it was good. It was good. I still think mine's a little bit better, but the way they're doing it is a lot of times, depending on where they are, a lot of them are cooking it on a metal mesh.
Well, and they have to do
which-
like a much larger volume.
They're cooking at a large
too.
volume.
So that's gonna inch down the.
Yeah, so there are some
quality a
old
bit.
school style Italian pizzas. Taste like something out of the 70s that are still out there that a corporation can't replicate. I could replicate it. Some of those guys might be dealing with fucking special yeasts, like dough cultures that have been saved. That's another factor. But no, you're not going to find that here. So you do have some Italians from the New York area that show up here and they love it, but they go, man, you can't get a good pizza. No. But let me tell you, if you're that much of a fucking Guido that's putting you out that much, you'll learn how to fucking make a pizza. A real man can make a fucking pizza. I'm not even Italian and I can make a fucking pizza. All right? So stop with that fucking Goomba
You do make
fucking...
very good.
Yeah, and I'm not even Italian, but fucking I can make a fucking badass pizza and shit, so could you. Make your own fucking pizzeria. Thing is, if you open up a pizzeria here, they won't appreciate it. Go out of business.
Although every single person that has eaten your pizza has said you should open a restaurant because it's so much better than every other pizza, which it is.
Yeah, but you location.
I would not want to
gotta-
run a restaurant.
You'd have to be in a fucking badass location.
Yeah. I mean, that
the
seems
market is not here for that. Remember
No.
Deep Dish? His fucking... A friend of mine used to call him Deep Dish. He's a big old fat Greek guy who ran a damn pizzeria around a club.
It's around the corner
It's
from
still
Ibar.
there.
It's still there. It's been there for fucking 30-odd years, I think.
Yeah.
Because
And
everybody eats there after the bar closes. Because it's open all
It's
night.
good pizza, but it's not compared to...
It's good. It's not great.
Yeah, it's not great. It's just good.
Yeah,
And
but it's good.
Yeah, it's not... For New York, it would be substandard. They would go, oh, no, it's not, because, they're...
Not good
they're-
enough.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's problems with
Their
it.
Sicilian's pretty decent, gotta say.
Yeah.
And the white pizza's good.
Yeah.
I like the white pizza that has spinach.
Yeah, but it's not in a fucking, basically a fucking 600-degree kiln. That's not how they're cooking.
I mean, it's
They're
a
not cooking it on
tiny-ass
stone.
place.
Right.
They're basically catering, just like that taco place that was across the street, they're catering to drunks.
Yeah.
Like I said, they stay open
Yeah.
all night. They're right around the corner from like all of the major bars. So everybody goes there. After the bars close, you go to the pizza place and you get pizza.
Yeah.
And it's good. Actually, it's good. It's better than most of the delivery places. It is
Yeah.
better pizza than that. I'll give them that. It's not the best pizza I've ever eaten, but it's better than, it's better than Little Caesars.
Our other New Yorker friend...
Better than Pizza Hut.
Our other New York friend that moved to here is fucking Imani, and she couldn't tell you anything about food. She's got the fucking palate of a 5-year-old child. That bitch would fucking eat a fucking cold hot dog. That's what she grew up on cold hot dogs.
I did too,
and
but
fucking just,
I mean, when I was little,
you couldn't give her good food. She wouldn't know the difference. I tried to give her some Indian food. She's like, oh no. Oh. And that's what we took her to Memories of India, and it's too sophisticated for her. So you can't.
she got chicken tikka.
You can't stereotype everybody. I mean, some people can come from a big city and they're provincial as fuck. They don't know anything outside the block.
Well, it's not
were-
really so much like the place you came from as like the family.
The
you grew up
family,
in.
right?
Because
Right.
I mean, if you grew up and your parents didn't like give you
Didn't
anything,
give you nothing. Yeah.
then. But the thing about it though is that you can grow out of that because I grew up, quite poor, and I grew up like a really picky eater. I ate my share of cold hot dogs when I was a kid too. And I was just like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like tomatoes. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like anything like that. And I was very, very picky. But I got over it.
Yeah.
So, if you want to, you will.
Yeah.
And,
Keelan says, that's right, Tom. A real man can make pizza. Of course, a real gangster can make pizza. Yes.
Tila also said, I remember my parents taking me to a Chinese restaurant when I was about 3 years old. I asked for French fries.
Yeah.
They were struggle fries, but I ate them, LOL. Yeah, honestly, the Koi Wan, it's mostly like Chinese food. But they have like other shit too. It's a buffet, so they have other shit like Jello and salads
Pizza,
and whatnot. And like on the other side, if you bring like your little kids, they have French fries, chicken nuggets,
Pizza.
shit like that. Because you know how kids are, they won't fucking eat.
They'll have hamburgers and.
Although I don't have kids, so I don't really know how this works out. Because I kind of feel
I
like...
didn't eat that way as a kid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because I do kind of feel like a lot of American parents are like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, kids, it's like all they
Yeah.
want to eat is spaghetti and chicken nuggets and blah,
no.
blah, blah. But the thing about it, one of my friends had a daughter, and she gave her, like, weird-ass food, like, from the jump. And that kid would eat all kind of weird shit. So I kind of feel like maybe it's not necessarily... I mean, and maybe it has to do with, like, the individual kid. Because obviously some kids are probably pickier than others. But I kind of feel like this whole thing, like, kids will only eat chicken nuggets, blah, blah, blah. That might have to do with what you expose them to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't have kids, so I'm not, like, judging.
Me, I want
But-
eggs Benedict and fucking shit like that, and fucking omelets, and you know. I wanted, yeah. I liked good food as a kid.
That's what I'm saying.
I like
I've known
good food. I didn't
both.
like-
I've known some parents that were kind
No.
of like, we tried to introduce them to like all these different foods, but all they wanted was chicken nuggets.
Yeah. No,
But then
I
I've known
didn't.
some people that had kids that were like, no, we just ate. They ate whatever we ate, so they didn't have this weird
Right.
thing where they only had to eat kid food. But so I guess it depends on the kid to some extent.
Yeah.
But
As soon as I was old enough to talk, I'd be pointing at fucking what those adults were eating. Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that.
I've heard
And I'd be getting
some
shit from other
people that
people's
had
plate.
kids say.
Yeah, like, oh yeah. That's
They're
what I
like,
want.
if you want your kids to eat like
Yeah.
weird shit or exotic shit, or like
Yeah.
not have to, make something special for the kids because they won't eat what you're eating, tell them that what you're eating, oh, that's just for adults. That's not for you, and then they'll want it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like reverse
That's
psychology.
what I was doing. Let me have some of that. That kind of reminds me. Went back to Mississippi one time. I was probably about 22, 23. I was in the Army at the time. And my little cousin, he was about fucking 7. He ended up being in fucking the Navy, and then they, during the Iraq Wars, he's in the Navy, and they attach him to the 101st Airborne Division as infantry. So he's getting Navy medals and fucking Army medals at the same. It was the weirdest fucking. He was in
He's
my
doubling
division.
up.
Yeah, he was Army and Navy at the same time, and being infantry, even though he was like some kind of radar specialist. That's because how much they were hurting. Anyway, he's like 7, and I'm helping him fill his plate. You know what I mean? At the fucking the Thanksgiving buffet. So I'm putting stuff on his plate for him, and he goes, and he points to the fucking black olives that were in a little fucking bowl. All right, and he goes. And he's pointing at us. He says, "You want some? Give me some of them black balls." I said, "Black balls?" "Yeah, give me some of them black balls." He says, "Those are olives." And he says, "You ever had any of them?" And he's like, "Nah." So as soon as I put it on his plate, he reaches over there and fucking picks up that fucking black olive. It's pitted,
Yeah.
It didn't have pits in it. He picks up that black olive and puts it in his face. And it's like he was being electrified.
That is also my reaction to eating a black olive. I'm not a fan.
He liked it, though.
I'm not a fan of black olives.
It's like he was getting ready to fall over, and I'm grabbing his plate and shit. You all right? You all right? And he's
Come to join you, Elizabeth.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Did you like that? Yeah.
I'm not sure what just happened, but I enjoyed it.
That shit is fucking funny.
I don't like black olives, though. I'll
You
eat
call them
them.
black balls.
I'll eat them because you love them.
Yeah.
I'll eat them, but it's not... I kind of feel like I'm at the point of my life... Like I said, back when I was a kid, there was a lot of shit I would not eat because I was, like, super, super picky. It's like, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Nowadays, I'm kind of like... I don't really have that strong of feelings about anything. Unless it's, like, something really fucking out there. Black olives... I'd rather not, but if they're on it, I'll eat them. I'm not going to complain about it. But, I'd rather not have it on there, but, I'll eat it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like
Tina's
that.
laughing at black balls. Yeah.
Black balls.
Yeah, I fuck with him every time I see him. You want some of them black balls? I still remember that shit. He's like, yeah, man, them olives or something else. He said they...
I kind of, what's weird?
I asked him years later when he was old enough to fucking, like, answer me, like, what it was. And he says they had a metallic taste.
They do a bit.
So that's what made him fucking...
They do a bit.
electrify.
He electrified.
I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
They do taste a bit metallic. That's actually like pretty perceptive.
He said they tasted real metallic.
Yeah, they do kind of.
And it was like it was shocking me. That's what he said. Like
I'm not a big. I'm
he
not
said
a
it was
big
like
fan
licking
of
the
olives.
9-volt battery.
Yeah.
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 So.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
olives.
Yeah.
I'll eat them, but you know, if you ask me, do you want them or not, I'd be like, no thanks. But if they're on there already, I'm not gonna make a stink about them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll eat them. It's fine. You know what I mean? I've kind of gotten to that. I'm just zen about it. There's very few things that I'm just like, absolutely not. I'm not gonna eat that. I'll eat pretty much anything. I don't want to.
Talking about anchovy pizzas. I've never had them. Just the smell of an anchovy would prevent me from
Honestly,
putting that
I'm
on
not
there.
averse to anchovies because I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of salad dressings, even the ones they sell like at the grocery
They
store,
got the
like,
anchovy juice,
they have
yeah.
anchovies in them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So if you're a vegan, you might want to like look at. I'm sure you probably already know, but you might want to look at the ingredients because they do put anchovy in a lot of salad dressings without really
Gotta
like,
send out-
advertising that fact.
Got to send out a signed copy of the hardcover. The hardcover cookbook to my boy.
Okay.
Just
Well, let
gotta
me write
remember
that down.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody asked me today too. I got an email today. Somebody wanted autographed copies of all my Faceless Villain books.
Oh, shit,
So I
okay.
gotta do
Gotta
that
write that
too.
down.
So I gotta like fucking. Well, I wrote that down over
If
there.
you guys need a cookbook,
Cookbook.
just drop something in the chats here, and we'll contact you after the show's over. How much is a cookbook?
I'd have to look.
I think they're about 15 bucks.
No, it's 30 something.
30 something bucks?
They're 30
Okay.
something. Well, they're hardback.
They're hardcover.
They're hardback and they're full color.
Yeah. Okay.
Full color, full bleed,
All right.
full fucking.
We'll
deal.
send you the link to where to buy them.
Shit's not cheap.
But it's a good cookbook. It's got everything we talk about. Bunch of different kind of foods: Southern food, Brazilian food, foreign food, and I get down
Indian
into
food,
Indian
Chinese
food,
food, Thai food.
and I get down to even making shit like condiments. So if you're in a country where you can't get the stuff, like my friend Saad in Saudi Arabia, I think he got it. He was making pecan pie out of it. Fucked it up. Saad. He didn't use the right shit. You gotta fucking make, because he was gonna make pecan pie for his mom, and then fucking once he got it done, it fucking
Aw.
because he didn't use.
Well, you can't. I mean, you know, I've had that happen.
You gotta use the right fucking kind of corn syrup, or you gotta use what do you call it? Maple syrup, one of the two. And he thought he had an Arabian equivalent to that. No, you can't. You can't substitute. But pecan pie is in the Arabic flavor palette. That's like, yeah, he loved how he ate it anyway. It just didn't hold together. But
That's okay. Well, like a
Yeah.
few times when I made like brownies and it didn't really come out good and it was kind of like too runny and stuff, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh well, I'm just gonna like put it in
Yeah.
a bowl with vanilla ice cream.
yeah,
It's a win.
Yeah.
Still tastes good.
But if you're Arabic and you've never had pecan pie, you would love pecan pie, especially with a scoop of fucking vanilla ice cream on it, or whipped cream.
Well, I
So to
mean, to
break it
be
up.
honest, a lot of like this southern
Yeah.
food flavor profile
Yeah.
is going back a generation or two,
Yeah.
an African,
Yeah,
flavor
it's African.
profile.
It's very Africanized.
or it has like a lot of African influence. So
Man, they'll come out and say, like, you know, we go down to fucking soul food restaurant here, and they're gonna call it soul food, and I'm going, this is just Mississippi food, basically. Chantel,
yeah.
Chantel's, I go there, and it's just like a regular restaurant to me. You know what I mean? Because
Well,
that's just-
because that was
that's
even
kinda
though
what we ate.
I'm white.
Yeah.
But
we ate that same food, pretty
yeah.
much.
I mean, I grew up in the South. My my dad's side of the family
Old
were
school
Southern. They
Southern.
were Tennessee.
Yeah.
So they just ate essentially what would be called soul food.
Right.
Collard greens, all the
Yep.
same kind of stuff. That
Fried
was-
okra.
fried okra, all the
Yeah.
same kind of stuff. That was all what we ate.
And then
Grits, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then the new the new innovations, shit like chicken and waffles. I never had it, but as soon as I had it, I was like, oh yeah, of course.
He made
Of course.
chicken and waffles
I
the
know, I
other
make
day.
it. Yeah,
Oh, it was good.
it was like, oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Chicken and waffles is one of
Yeah.
the best things ever. That is one of the
So I call
seriously
it-
one of the best combos ever.
So you could call that soul food, and you could also call that fucking food of the Deep South, my grandmother would have loved that. That was right there within that palette, within that same flavor palette. Just that didn't come out during her lifetime.
Yeah.
Although I never could reverse her ass from fucking overcooking the goddamn fucking spinach. Overcooking shit.
My grandma did that too.
They just fucking
Overcooking spinach and overcooking pork chops.
Yeah, pork chops until they were just fucking like fucking jerky. Fucking terrible.
I told you before, I thought I hated pork chops my whole entire life.
They overcook them. Yeah.
Because they were like so overcooked. And they were so, I'm like, man, pork sucks. Yeah. Not so much. We've gotten pork chops. You've made pork chops.
Oh, yeah.
In the crock pot and shit like that. And they were fucking succulent and delicious. But.
Yeah, it depends on how I'm going to do it.
Back then, they worried about, well, like you said, they worried about trichinosis, you know.
Yeah, they were worried about trichinosis.
Even though that wasn't even a thing back then. That had already been eradicated.
It had been eradicated by the time the 70s had come around, but they were just scared of it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And yeah, people, you can buy a piece of pork. You can eat medium rare pork. It is safe.
Yeah, it's fine.
Would you want to? It depends on the dish.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just say, like, no across the board.
Right.
I probably would, but like I said, it would depend on what the dish was.
Depend on what the dish is.
We were talking about, like, I was talking about Pookie watching Beijing poop in the litter box.
Yeah, watching it come out and everything.
And Tila said, my cats will watch us poop if you don't close the bathroom door fast enough. Yeah, because my bathroom right there has 2 doors. It has one door from here and then one door into the hallway. Sometimes, if I come in here to pee in the middle of the night, I will just close the door from the hall and not close the door to my office. And if Pookie is in here, she will run and be like, what you doing? And then, like, you know, you're sitting there peeing, and, like, she's, like, looking at you going, huh.
Yeah, and it's not just that. Animals are biological. They can relate to you. They commune. If you're going to the bathroom, they want to make it like,
hey, I do that too.
Right, yeah. And they understand sex. If you have sex, they want to watch that, and they want to have...
Yeah, Gramthars was saying that about how, like, the puppy was, like, upset about... Pookie gets, like... She gets, like, upset, like... I don't know...
Somebody she doesn't know, is this supposed to be going on?
Does she think that, like, someone's getting hurt? She seems a little weirded out.
It's just that cat. Because my ex-wife, I mean, we had 2 cats. And that shit would be fucking going down. And both cats would be basically at the edge of the foot of the bed, side by side, laying down, paying homage, like they were worshiping, like something. Like, yeah, it was like a religious experience for them. They're like going, yes, and then they're like bowing down, yeah. So they knew what it was. They knew exactly what it was. I don't think they understood what their relationship to the whole thing was, but that was just some weird shit. They're watching the gods have sex. and honoring it. Yes, it's all good.
Pookie seems like she doesn't really know what to think.
Yeah.
She's kind of like...
Yeah.
She's always kind of like, is it okay?
Yeah.
Or like...
Am I supposed to leave?
Am I supposed to leave? Or is one of you hurt? Or...
Yeah.
Do I need to do something? Should I
Cheryl's
call someone?
Going, yeah, pervy cats. Yeah, cats are pervy.
Honestly, you guys can't see it. Pookie has, like, crashed and fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Right there. She's right there.
Oh,
next
now
to
they're
my
talking.
chair.
Now everybody's talking about soul food and southern food. Tina says chicken and waffles is divine.
God, I love
Roscoe's chicken and waffles. We haven't had Roscoe's chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles is so good.
The better the waffle, the better the piece of chicken, the better the breading, the better the fucking maple syrup, the better it gets. And the more real that damn butter is. You want real butter, of course, but
well,
yeah, and you want a big thick waffle, which I didn't do last time. This is a toaster waffle. Fucking.
That was still good though.
I got a waffle maker. I got all the damn waffle.
Well, I gave you that I gave you that waffle iron.
Yeah.
I had that from a long time ago.
I'll do it. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. I'll make it. I found that fucking really, You just want chicken thigh, really. That's really what you want. It's the easiest to cut from that.
To be honest,
Yeah.
the thigh has always been my favorite.
You don't need
piece
the
of
breast.
The chicken.
You don't need the breast.
I'm a dark meat girl.
You don't need the breast. You don't need the leg. You just need the thigh.
Yep.
Boned chicken thighs, or if you could get boneless, that's good too. But
I mean, thigh is the best
thigh
chicken
would probably
piece.
be the way to go, yeah.
Fight me.
Yeah.
That's always been my favorite piece. And honestly, like, it's good because nobody else seems to like the thigh. So every time you get, like, KFC or some shit, like, everybody's like, oh, I want the breast, I want the legs. I'm like, bitch, give me all the thighs. And I would get all this. Like, no one's going to fight with me about it because, like, yeah, you can have those. I'm like, thank you. These are clearly, like, the best part. But okay. Y'all just go on with your breasts.
They're saying it's got to be Canadian syrup. I got like 3 or 4 different kinds of syrups up in here. One of them is in glass. It's a real. I got to go see what that is. I got like 7 or 8 of them in there because now I know we got my boy Graham in here, and he's like he's also a prepper. Fucking maple syrup lasts forever, and you can do a lot with that. You can sweeten coffee with that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
you can
and you can put in a lot of like recipe, anything that calls for like any kind of sweetening sugar or anything.
Right.
You can use maple syrup.
You could probably take a piece of raw meat and put it in damn maple syrup inside of a cup, and it would probably preserve it for a long time. Probably 6-7 days. That'd probably work. Because it would almost kind of like candy it. Although I'd probably do it in vinegar. Would be safer. But I'd have to go look into that. But I know that shit lasts forever. And you need sweetness. So I have a bunch of it. Just in case. Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Cheryl says I like me some chicken tits. I like breast too. Like, honestly, like any kind of like chicken is good. But my favorite part since I was a child and still is the thigh.
Yeah.
I love chicken thighs. If we get like you know how sometimes you're too lazy to cook and you get a Publix and get like the fucking 8-piece box of fried chicken.
I give
like,
that.
Give me the thighs. Well, that's good. You don't want them.
I like.
Some.
Well, when it comes to fried chicken, breast, I really like the breast, but I like all of it. It's just I know that she likes dark meat, so I give her the fucking.
Legs are good too, but thighs are my favorite.
Now
I feel like that's the best. I mean, it's dark meat, but also you get a lot of meat, more meat than the leg.
Most of your Chinese foods is thigh. Dollar for dollar, it used to be that thigh was fucking the best thing going. You could get fucking a great deal on chicken thigh. Especially if the bone was in. They'd sell it to you for a lot cheaper. And prices are going up, man. I can't fucking believe it, but...
Well, that's what somebody's saying. They're like, well, because, it used to be back in the old days, like, the wings were super cheap.
Yeah, gone now.
And then now that everybody does buffalo wings, now they're expensive. So I kind of feel like maybe thighs are going the same, which was kind of sucky, because I kind of feel like we could get... I mean, breasts were, like, a little bit more expensive, but I was like, ooh, get the thighs and legs, because it's cheaper. And I like that. I like all the dark meat, but...
Yeah.
I kind of feel like now everybody's like discovering that those actually taste better, and so now that price is going to go up too.
What it is, it's just that it's demand. People want.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's not as much of it as there.
Well, as I said, that's kind of like the dark side of everybody being foodies now, is that every time there's like a new fucking Pinterest or TikTok trend about like a new food. And it's like, oh, some cheap-ass, like, food, and you can, like, hack it and make it into this, like, amazing thing. And now everybody's going to do that, and that's going to make the price go up. Because now the demand goes up, because everybody wants that shit.
I'm going to go start checking in some of these local farms.
Yeah, we probably should. I mean, there's so many,
They might have eggs and chickens.
Well, there's so many farms around here. I know that there's cattle farms. I know that there's a lot of farms around here sell honey. Yeah. Blueberries, strawberries in season. Yeah. Oranges, shit like that. So I don't know. We talked about it the other day when we were driving around, like looking at all the farms around here. Chicken thighs have more flavor. Yeah, I agree. I do like the breast. I don't mind that. But like I said, if we have fried chicken, like if we get like a box of fried chicken, like from KFC or Publix or whatever, I'm always gonna like eat the thighs first. And I don't even care about the breasts. They're good, but I'll eat them. But what is it called when you soak up collards with cornbread? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I lost the shit. I love honey on my toast. Yeah, Jeffy Hart said Jenny is on point. Thigh meat is so succulent. Yeah, I mean, chicken thighs to me, that's kind of like, that's the best part. It's the best part. Tom made chicken biryani today in the Instant Pot, and he knows that I'm into the dark meat. So he gives me a big bowl of rice, and it has like a thigh and a leg on it. And I was just kind of like, yes. Rebecca says wings are about $3 per kilogram. Thighs are more expensive than breast here. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, here, at least for now, I'm not sure how it's going to go. But usually breasts are more expensive because more people buy breasts. But because we've gotten some really good deals, like on chicken thighs, legs. Like you get the big bag from Sam's or whatever, and it was like cheaper than the breasts. But I don't know. I like thighs better. Yeah, Captain Blair says thighs in an air fryer. Yummy. Yeah. Candied salmon. Amy says, I've had homemade maple syrup made by the Amish in Mount Jackson, Virginia. How's that? Oh, well. Okay. Rebecca says, you should get your manure and chicken shit for your garden. The farms might be giving it away.
Yeah, well, I've been getting the fucking, all the planting stuff is just up the road, so I've been buying that fucking by the pack and putting it in there. Fertilizer and stuff.
Do you think eventually we might put a chicken coop in the backyard? Or
Man,
we're probably not allowed.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be allowed.
They just make so much goddamn noise.
I don't think we'd be allowed.
I think fucking I ought to take... our friend Angel was over here, and she fucking has rabbits. And I was like, rabbits? And she's like, yeah, get you some rabbits. And I was like, I don't know if I could kill them little things. She goes, yeah, you just pick them.
Come on, don't kill a rabbit.
Yeah, you just get them like that. And she's got a little piece of wood.
A rabbit's like a pookie. You can't.
She's got a little piece of wood. It's like a V, and she puts their heads in a little V and goes, bam, and breaks their fucking necks like that. Because it kills them instantly. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that to a cute little animal like that. I could cut chickens' heads off. But the chickens are fucking noisy, man.
I don't think I could kill a rabbit. I mean, if I was like starving to death, probably I could, but I don't know. Rabbits are too cute. Like I said, they're too much like a pookie. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I'm glad Angel can do it, but...
Yeah, they're cute. I don't know if I can kill them cute little things.
That's what I'm saying. She's more of a badass than me, I guess, because I don't think I could do that. Because I used to have pet rabbits.
What she was saying is
back
actually
in the old
pretty
days.
good, though, because they're like... They grow to full size to where you could eat them within like a month or so. And
I know a lot of people do have them.
Yeah.
But
and
Pookie's like, I'm out of here.
You don't really have to feed them much.
She's like, you guys are going to kill me for food one day. It's like,
and
I'm not hearing that.
She's not to feed them much, and they're not aggressive or anything. And she says and they breed like rabbits, literally. There's more of them you can eat. And you can let them go. Evidently, they don't run. They come back, which that's some weird shit. I don't, how is that possible?
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, I guess so. They're like, well, I live here, you know. So I live here, so I'm
they're
not going
too cute.
anywhere.
I can't eat them. Too cute. It's like eating a cat. I'm not into it. Yeah, Cheryl says I ain't eating any rabbits. Too cute. Yeah. I'm kind of like, I kind of draw the line of like eating cute ass animals.
No, chickens do not become pets. Fucking taking care of the farms that I've taken care of. I'd take care of them chickens. I'd kill them chickens like they were nothing. Good thing about chickens though is that they make unlimited eggs. You just, once you have fucking 15, 20 chickens, you can't eat all those eggs.
And honestly, I could eat eggs all day long. I love eggs.
They just fucking make a shit ton of eggs.
I love eggs.
But, you know, the rooster makes a lot of noise. The chickens make a lot of noise. They shit on everything. They're a fucking pain in the ass. You don't have to feed them much either. You can just let them go, and they'll run around and eat everything. And then they come back to the chicken coop. They don't go anywhere.
But, like, this is our house.
They're tripped. As long as you're not killing them up too bad, then I guess they won't run. They don't know. You just take one. They don't see it. You know.
Well, from their point of view,
Yeah, they don't
it's
know what
like
happened.
it's like missing 411.
Yeah.
Like one of their brethren has gone missing, and they
Yeah.
don't know what happened to them.
Weird shit happens on
And
these
they don't
farms.
have chicken detectives to like figure out what went on with that stuff.
Weird shit happens on these farms. I don't understand how you can do to pigs what a lot of people will do to pigs. Pigs have a pretty high intelligence. It's better than a dog.
They do actually.
You could take one of those pigs and slaughter that pig in full view of the other ones and cook that pig, and they'll be asking for the food. Hey, let me get some of that. I don't understand it. And they're
Maybe
like,
they're
that's your mom.
Maybe
you
they're
know?
sociopaths.
They're just like sociopaths. like, here you go. Here's the guts. And they're fighting over it. Like, that's your mom. You know, they don't seem to care.
Because the thing about it is that I don't think pigs are dumb at all.
Yeah. They're just evil, I guess.
Like I said, maybe
I
they're
don't
just
know.
sociopaths. I don't know.
I don't think a dog would do that. I think a dog would go, no, I'm not going to eat that.
Well, I don't
Unless they
know.
were starving, but
I mean, dogs will eat pretty much anything.
I think if a dog saw you kill its friend and then you offer that friend some of its meat, I don't think they'd eat it.
Now I'm like kind of interested. Like, I don't want anybody. Don't do that experiment, obviously,
Yeah.
because that's fucked up and ethically
Right.
repugnant. But I wonder if they would. I kind of. I don't know. I guess it depends on the dog. Well, like I said, it's kind of like.
I've never heard of it. I don't.
Well, I kind of feel like some people.
If they didn't know, they would. But I'm saying if they knew, I don't think they would.
They might not. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't.
Because I've seen
Like, if they
dogs
didn't
cower
know-
in fear for what happened to some other animal. They would. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
they
they'd be
would.
like, "Oh, that's fucked up."
Yeah, you know. No,
I
don't
mean,
think
they're
they would.
not stupid.
Yeah.
They do like have an understanding of like what's going on around them, obviously, or they wouldn't have survived this long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really like to underestimate what animals can comprehend because they always surprise me. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like back in the old days, like people thought, "Oh, no, they don't know anything. We can just do this."
T says
that,
she
and the
doesn't
other
do swine anymore, but it is delicious. T, you know you eat bacon.
Well, maybe she does.
And then she goes, "Is bacon swine? Of course, bacon swine." She's sitting up there eating potted meat and shit.
Ew.
So yeah, eating Vienna sausages and shit. Oh.
Camp Guy said, we free-ranged our chickens when we had them. Probably lost half or more of our eggs got laid out in the woods. Yeah, we used to, where I used to walk along the trail by our old house, there was a farm there, and they had, like, what I called the chicken gang. And there was, like, a whole gang of chickens. And they found a little hole in the fence. And so they would, like, sneak out. So they would, like, hang out on the trail. Because I think they liked the attention from all the people that were, like, jogging and riding bikes by and whatever. So they would, like, come out on the trail. So every time I saw it, I was like, what's up, chicken gang? But I don't really know. They probably, like, laid some eggs outside of the shit. I don't really know. I mean, I'm always kind of, like, inclined to give animals the benefit of the doubt. I always kind of feel like they're probably smarter than we give them credit for. So, I mean, I still eat meat, but
Actually,
I don't know.
That silver tequila and apple is actually pretty good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of like worried because
No, here, try it.
why would I want to drink tequila?
It's good.
You remember on Wednesday's show, you accidentally gave me a whole drink of tequila.
Yeah.
I had one sip and I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, I kind of smell it, but I thought, well, he wouldn't have made that mistake. Oh, he did make that mistake. Cheryl says, animals are smart. My dog can tell me. It's amazing. Yeah, I kind of feel like animals are, like, way smarter, more cognizant than we give them credit for. So, I don't know.
Tiva says, "Ooh, that sounds nasty, Tom." I don't know. I forgot what I said. I don't know what you're talking about.
He forgot what he said.
Yeah.
Oracle says, my cat definitely knows when I'm feeling bad. He gets extra snuggly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pookie is... human-like in the sense that she knows what your mood is. She knows... I don't know. She's very kid-like. And I've had cats before, and I realized that they were smart. But I think before we had Pookie, I didn't really realize how actually, like, smart and human-like, like, cats could be. She kind of has a whole communication thing going on.
That's that breed of cat, though. Siamese are even more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she definitely does communicate her wants. She's very good at that. And it's easy to, like, determine what it is that she wants. You know, she runs in the room and she's like, bye-bye. Like, she'll talk. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Like, come here. I gotta show you something.
Yeah. It's that breed, though.
And then you gotta follow her, and then she'll, like, run to whatever it is that
But look
she's,
at the difference
like,
between
fucking...
her and Beige. Beige isn't like that. She's different, but she's not dumb either, but she doesn't have those same attributes.
Well, Beijing, I think, she's not dumb. She's just aloof. She doesn't really give a shit what we're doing.
She was young, though. She was a fucking airhead.
Beijing, though, every now and then...
Yeah.
What's interesting about Beijing is that most of the time she doesn't really give a shit. She's like, whatever you humans are doing. I'm just over here doing my own thing. I'm being beautiful and being a princess over here. But every now and then she'll get, like, really playful. Like, you'll come down the stairs, like, to do your laundry or whatever, and she'll be, like, hunkered down underneath, like, one of those. She thinks you can't see her, so I try to pretend that it's like, oh my goodness, where's Beijing? I can't see her.
Yeah.
You can see her, but she thinks you can. So she's, like, kind of, like, hiding under the stair, and then, like, when you come down with the laundry, she's like, bah, and, like, she jumps out at you.
Yeah.
So she does that every now and then. Every now and then she gets very playful, but she's usually very aloof. Pookie is not aloof at all. Yeah. She is up in your shit pretty much. When she's not sleeping, she's up in your shit every fucking second of every day.
Amy says, my dream cat is a Maine Coon. I had a friend who had a Maine Coon. It was a cool cat. The problem is that their hair gets really fucking tangled up. If you don't brush them, you're not staying on top of them. You got to get in there and fucking cut the damn hairballs out of those cats, man. I mean, they're fucking thick fucking hair.
Well, Beijing got to be brushed too. She's a ragdoll, and she has which is half Persian.
Yeah.
So you got to, like, brush that shit too. Pookie doesn't have to be brushed really because she's short hair, but she likes to be brushed.
Yeah.
She is super into the brush. She jumps up, brush. You know, there's a whole thing. But, you know, it's kind of that. Tila says our oldest cat is almost as big as a Maine Coon. Mary says, they'll tend to you if dead, they'll eat your pancreas. Which they might. Let's see. Tila says our cats know when it's time to get up right before our alarm goes off. Well, this is why... I mean, I wake up early anyway, because basically as soon as the sun comes up, I wake up, whether I want to or not. But Pookie very helpfully will jump up on my chest and be like, hey, my treat plate is empty, so somebody needs to get up and attend to this situation. But, you know, she does that whole thing too. So she woke me up this morning about 6:45, I think it was. I was already kind of half awake. But she jumped up in the bed. It's like, are you getting up? Or
Yeah.
Sun's kind of coming up, and it's like, I don't really have any treats. So
Okay, do you guys have any questions, or are there any subjects you guys want to talk about? If not, we'll just sit here and talk about cats over and over again.
What? That's okay.
And yeah, but you know, we gotta fucking keep the show moving, you know, and have it, you know, talk about different situations and different subjects.
It is moving.
Yeah.
Cheryl says, no, Jenny, Pookie must be brushed. Ask her.
Yeah.
She doesn't want me to brush her. That's the thing. She wants me to hold the brush, and then she wants to rub her face on it. Because I try to, like, brush her back. She doesn't, like, shed a lot. She does shed a little bit. She's, like, short-haired. But I try to do that, and she's like, and she's like, no. And she's like, just hold it. And then she just, like, rubs her face on it. And she will do that for, like, a fucking hour.
Cheryl says, cats must be talked endlessly about, Tom.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
That's what I mean. Just accept the way the conversation is going.
Okay.
Just
I
because
can't talk about cats all day long, though.
Sure you can.
I just can't. No, I can't.
Sure you can.
I'll get bored.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have well water? That's what he said. Yeah, that's another good question. No, we actually don't have water rights here. You got to pay to pull water out of this ground. The house has 2 different sources of water. We got to pay them separately. One of them is like the city drinking water, and the other one is the water that's used to water the lawn. So there's 2 different waters.
2 different waters.
Yeah.
Tammy says, anyone watch Peaky Blinders? You know what? I've been wanting to watch that forever. Our bartender and friend, Lee, recommended that show to us probably like a couple years ago now.
Yeah. Oscar says, Tom, yeah. Tom, yeah is not a question, dude. Oscar says, Tom, yeah. What kind of shit is that?
Whatever the fuck you just said.
Yeah,
I agree with
Tom, yeah. The 2 different statements. Yeah.
Sure. But I've been meaning to watch it and I still haven't. But many people have recommended it to me, so I will eventually get around to it. You know. Let's see. Yeah, you know, everybody's talking about cats. You just gotta roll with it.
Tila says, movie trivia. What movie did Meryl Streep win the first Oscar for? Meryl Streep.
Wait, her first Oscar.
Her first Oscar, yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, goddamn. Man, I'm too drunk for this.
Yeah, Meryl Streep. I'm trying to think of.
I feel like do. I feel like I'm on Jeopardy. Come on.
Shit, I don't know.
Was it the Dingo Ate My Baby one?
Wasn't she? She wasn't in Marathon Man, was she? Was it Marathon Man?
Was she a Marathon Man?
I thought wasn't that Meryl Streep that was the girl that fucking dude was fucking
Sophie's Choice.
Sophie's Choice. I didn't know that one. Okay.
That was based on a true story, right? Because that was kind of like, well, hey, like,
I don't remember much about
was it the
Sophie's
Nazis? Was it the Nazis? And they were kind of like, hey, decide which one of your kids to like kill, because that's that's how they rolled.
Yeah, I don't remember. Tammy says 13 o'clock podcast is so good. Thank you very much, fucking Tammy.
Aw, we're having a good time.
That movie she was in with Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
Start with Dustin Hoffman. Well, I said Dustin Hoffman. That was fucking Marathon Man.
Rebecca says Kramer versus Kramer.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember that one. Wasn't Ricky Schroeder in that when he was like a little bitty kid? Am I totally high right now? Was he the kid in that? Somebody help me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna help me. Somebody help me.
No, I don't know.
It was Kramer versus Kramer.
I don't remember that one.
I remember that movie, but I remember it being very...
I was a little kid when that came out.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's very maudlin.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't seen it for a long time, so I don't really want to like say too much about it, but I kind of feel like it was too much like, it's like misery porn.
Yeah.
You know? But I might feel differently about it if I saw it now. That's kind of how I thought about it then, when I saw it. But I was pretty young. I was like a teenager when I saw it. Okay. Ooh, okay. I was right. Yeah. I was going to say, I thought that was Ricky Schroeder, right? Yeah. He was in fucking Silver Spoons in the 80s. You guys remember that shit? Ricky Schroeder? Silver Spoons?
Yeah.
You grew up in the 80s too, right?
No, I don't remember that. They're asking me if I'm going to do solar panels. No, I'm not going to do solar panels.
Solar panels?
Solar panels.
Did you guys see Birdemic?
Yeah, Birdemic. Solar panels.
Solar panels. Solar panels. Please see Birdemic. Well, watch the RipTrax version. Don't watch it without RipTrax because it's unwatchable. But actually RipTrax live.
Yeah.
We went and saw RipTrax live, Birdemic. That was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. Yeah, so watch that. I think it's on Tubi, maybe. But yeah. Best Bill Paxton role film. Ooh. I'm going to say either Aliens or Frailty.
Frailty was his best role.
He directed that shit, too. I mean, I kind of feel like... I want to give some, like, love to Frailty because I kind of feel like...
His best movie was Aliens.
That's what I just said.
But the best role that he did was Frailty. Yeah.
That's such a good movie. Yeah. God damn it. And like I said, he directed it, too. And it's like... Yeah. I feel like not enough people talk about Frailty. It's so fucking... It's so good. It's so good. I mean... Cheryl says Near Dark for me. Oh, that's also a good choice. Near Dark is awesome. Strawdogs78 says, watch Yellow Jackets. So many people have, like, recommended Yellow Jackets. I will watch it, I promise. It's like Lord of the Flies meets The Shining meets Heathers. Which... That's already making it feel like fucking awesome. Ooh. Oh, red. It went red for a second, but okay. We've actually had a good...
Yeah, stream's been
That was the first time that it went red, like, all night.
Yeah.
So, okay. Frailty was good, the ending. Simple Plan. Oh, that's also a good one. I've been actually meaning to read that novel because so many people have told me it's the same guy that wrote The Ruins, which I did a review of the movie like a while, and I think I did the book too, actually, because I did read the book. And the book is awesome.
Would you rather be a part of a vampire or a werewolf pack? Rather be vampires because, as far as I know, vampires were immortal, and I don't think werewolves were.
See, okay.
I don't think werewolves were immortal.
I'm kind of torn because vampires, I would like to be immortal. But I don't know. I guess vampires would be better. I was going to say werewolves, if you weren't immortal, werewolves would be better because it wasn't permanent. Like, it would only be, like, the full moon and you turn into a wolf and kill people. And the rest of the time you'd be normal. Which, that'd be cool, too. But the whole immortality situation, yeah, I'm going to go with vampires. Because they kind of have all the powers of werewolves, but they live forever. And theoretically, they could, be, like, super rich. You'd, like, invest some shit, and then, like, 200 years from now, you'd have, like, fuck tons of money, and you could live, like, fucking Anne Rice vampires. That would be cool. Werewolves have more fun, says Cheryl. Werewolves seem to have less control. That's one thing, too. It's like, I kind of feel like you'd be normal most of the time, and then, like, once a month you turn into an animal. So, I don't know. What was Blackula's true name? Mama Waldy.
Mama Waldy, yeah.
Honestly, you know what? And I remembered that so quickly because a book that I just read, a novel that I just read it's not going up. When is it going up? It's going up the 14th. The book that I just read. Book review. The book was called Dark Corner. And it was essentially like Salem's Lot meets Blackula.
Yeah.
So it was that. I didn't love the book. It was okay. It was pretty good. But in that book, the author of it, who I think was Brandon Massey, he obviously was homaging Blackula because one of the characters was named Mama Waldy.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of the vampires. He was actually one of the vampires, like, helpers, like his half-human servant type situation. And he was called Mama Waldy. And I was like, I see what you did there. I see that. But yeah, that was his name, Mama Waldy.
Yeah, T asked that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already talked about it before, T. Fucking Blackula and Blackula Scream were the two main stories that fucking Anne Rice used to help her write the Vampire Chronicles. Because those stories actually said, well, wait a minute, what's this like from the vampire's point of view? You know? And that's where the Vampire Chronicles came from. Before that time, a vampire was just a monster. They didn't really give that fucking that character the credit it was due. I don't really understand it. It had to do with the thinking of the time when you looked at Bela Lugosi's fucking old vampire movie. Why Dracula wasn't the fucking main character and why you weren't seeing his point of view in its way it should have been. But for some reason they wanted to put it more towards Van Helsing and the fucking mortals. You know, which that didn't really make much sense, even back in those days, you know.
Well, the thing about a lot of horror, and I think I got into this because today I recorded a review of The Shape of Water, which is Guillermo del Toro's answer to Creature from the Black Lagoon, where he's kind of like, what if the creature was actually like an intelligent creature and that fell in love with a human woman? It was like consensual. So I kind of like this whole take of like, let's see, like if we humanize the monster. And the weird thing, like you mentioned, I kind of feel like this is not something that really occurred to, but I don't know if I want to say that because, there have been some monster movies, like I said, Frankenstein, King Kong, shit like that were sympathetic toward the monster, but I kind of feel like the overarching, you know, thing in movies at that time was like, you know, we're the humans, they're the monster, it has to be defeated. And to me, it's a lot more interesting, whether the villain is a monster or not, whether the villain is a human or whatever the fuck, I think it's like way more interesting to like explore what the villain's motivation is, because the most interesting villains to me are villains that have their own agenda, because every villain thinks they're the hero of their own story. And I kind of feel like if you're a writer, if you're a movie maker, it would behoove you to kind of like approach things from that standpoint, because that makes your villains a lot more interesting. Villains are a lot more interesting when they have their own motivations. They think they're the good guy in their own story. Everybody else sees him as a bad guy, obviously, but they don't see themselves that way. And that makes for like some really interesting shit to happen. So I don't really know why they didn't really, it really seemed to like not occur to them like back in the old days. Maybe like not to any great extent, I guess, but you know, Royale with cheese. Tila said, I never saw Shape of Water. Is it good? Okay, so I recorded a review to it. I loved it, but it's gonna depend on the person. It's not a horror movie. It's a fantasy love story, kind of. I kind of feel like the love story is important in it, but it's mostly like, I know this is weird to say, but it's mostly like a fantasy, but it's mostly like a heist movie, because a lot of it is kind of tied up with her like trying to get him out of the facility or whatever. And I think a lot of people had made a big deal about, oh my God, she has sex with a fish man, which, you know, that does happen in the movie, but in the movie, it's not as weird as you're thinking it is. You know what I mean? Like, if you just, like, read it, you're like, oh my God, that's fucked up, I don't want to watch that, but...
He's asking what was Quint's movie in the fucking Orca? Or what was Quint's boat in the movie Jaws? What was the name of it? It sounds familiar, fucking...
Was it called the Orca? I thought it was called the Orca.
I think it might have been called the Orca, wasn't it?
I thought it was called the Orca.
I think it might have been called the Orca. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. You realize it's almost 7 o'clock?
That's okay.
You know what? It's
What?
Friday.
It is.
You want to go to Mannequins?
I don't know. Do I? I don't have any money, so...
I got money. I got money. I wouldn't mind going.
I mean, if you want.
I'll drive. I'm ready to go. And we don't stay all night.
Well, I'm not ready to go. I need like an hour or two to get ready.
Well, it's 7 now.
I know.
Yeah.
Are we really gonna do this? And I'm really tired when we get there.
I'll do it. Well,
You did
like
this
I said,
last
we don't
time.
have to stay all night. If you get tired, then we'll just come back.
I'm already tired.
But you don't have to go. I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah. See, she don't want to. She don't want me to go by myself.
No, you can't. I don't care.
No, yeah, it's bullshit. You don't give a shit if I go by myself?
Nope.
Yeah. See, I don't believe that. If I go by myself, she'd be like, "What were you doing all night?" That bitch will show up on my motorcycle. What are you doing? Why aren't you back already?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. All right.
I think you overestimate.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go?
I guess.
It's Friday.
Okay.
We got to keep shit rolling. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
All right.
John Gore says, I got to rewatch The Grifters, which
Yeah.
I actually really need to rewatch at some point. I was just thinking of John Cusack. I watched that 1408 movie review. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I want to rewatch The Grifters too. Angelica Houston is in that, and I love her. So, so I want to see that.
Cheryl tell me to stay home and drink. No, I'm going to stay home and drink. And Tina's going, yeah, spend Tom's money. It doesn't cost us that much to go there.
I mean, like I said, I've already drank so much
don't
at
drink
home,
that
and
much.
it's like when I
Yeah.
get there, I don't really want to drink anymore.
Yeah, we don't drink that much.
Honestly, by the time I get
think the
there, I'm
last time
just
we went
kind of
was
like,
only
just play
$20.
some good shit so I can
Yeah.
dance.
I think
And
last
I'll just
time-
drink water.
I think the last time we went, between me and Jenny, it was only $25.
Because I had
We
one
didn't drink.
I had one drink
Yeah.
that I didn't finish.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the night
Yeah.
I told Anna, I was just like, just give me water.
Yeah.
So she just kept like refilling the water.
Yeah.
So we were there for like hours and hours, and I just drank
Yeah.
like gallons and gallons of water. I had one drink.
Yeah.
And I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
It was a whiskey and Coke.
Yeah, saying y'all have fun. Yeah. How long have we been on?
2 hours and 28.
Okay, yeah,
minutes.
it's been a good show. It's been a good show.
All right.
All right. Well, it's good to see you guys. We're gonna go get ready, and we're gonna go out, and we will see you guys when Monday,
Sunday.
Sunday. We'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, we'll do a matinee.
Yeah.
We'll talk about, I don't even know what movie we'll talk about. We'll watch a movie tomorrow, and
Yeah.
we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Tom's rushing me out the door.
I gotta go, man. It's in my mind. I'm gonna go. What's that? Poop.
All right.
Poop wants some food, so feed Poop.
Seriously? Okay. All right, so I guess just me and Spock. Me and Spock here by ourselves. All right, thanks everybody for dropping by. Thanks for super chats this evening. We will see you guys on Sunday. Gonna talk about some movie. We don't know what it is yet because we haven't watched it. But all right, so I guess we're gonna go out tonight. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Have a good weekend, you guys. We will see you guys on Sunday afternoon. Bye.